rid of a woman who actually likes you, who actually respects you, actually loves you? Do you know how hard it is to get rid of that woman?
Yeah, hey, when it come to dating, ain't no holding back. Here to give the game, no cap, so you know the facts. Steve the Dean, Mr. Lucario, time to show him how it go. Ain't no playing around, get it poppin', yo. April MC in the chat, you know she gon' hold it down. It's the dopest show around, didn't know, you know it now. We teaching game, yeah, this is a movement. No need to delay, homie, you gon' have to tune in. Let's go.
You don't need to lie. You don't need tricks, pickup lines, and stupid-ass gimmicks. It's weak and shows you think more like a woman than a man. This program will help you get over inferiority, shyness, and lack of self-confidence and feelings of worthlessness. So, if you're ready to change your life and reach your dreams and become the man you want to be, this is the show for you.
We're in the building.
We here. What's poppin'?
What's going on? What's popping? We're here.
What's going on?
What's going on? The bad boy, the dating game. What's going on, Mr. Cario? How you doing, man?
Chilling, man. Chilling. Just out here doing me as usual. You know what I'm saying?
Chilling, doing you as usual, doing your thing.
What's up? What's going on with you?
No, the same old same. Just doing what we do, man. We got a good show. We have a very, very, very good show for everybody. Guys, got a question? Please call in. Lines are open, gentlemen. If y'all have a question, put a Q as well. Today, we're going to be talking about 7 things men don't realize they're doing wrong that kills their sexual interest when it comes to women. Mm-hmm. And Lucario, the thing is, at the end of the day, many guys don't understand women, and they don't understand the rules that come along with women. Mm-hmm. That they don't understand that women have access to resources, experiences, and everything under the sun. You know what I mean? They can buy themselves luxury. They can get themselves luxury. They can book trips. They can get attention with a single swipe of the telephone. Okay. Right. And the funny thing is that a lot of these guys out here on YouTube don't realize what they're telling and teaching, and people are trying to learn. They don't understand the rules of women. They don't understand the rules of relationships when it comes to that. I want to get your thoughts on that because I have a few more things to say, but what are your thoughts on that so far on that, brother?
Yeah, I think a lot of guys don't realize that, because they don't have game, they're going to be in situations where they're dealing with a woman who has way more experience than him. And because she has more experience, then she's going to be leading him without him even realizing or knowing it. And then that's going to cause him to be in situations where he's not going to want to be in, and then he's going to feel some type of way at the end of the day. So this is why we come to you guys and teach you guys this game so that you can actually get things the way you want it to go and have it on your terms. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely. And I think, and it's going to be a good show for y'all guys out here because, so Lucario, I got this right here just to show you and get your thoughts on this real quick. I pulled this thing. I made this thing to show guys. So if we're looking at women, okay, we're looking at women. There are 3 levels of things that people don't understand, okay? And what people do when it comes to the internet, YouTube, and all this other stuff, they try to tell these guys to do these things, okay? So, there are 2 places people are going to fall in when it comes to women. If you look at the bottom, okay, they're going to fall into the friend zone, creepy, nice guy, your friend, and all that other stuff on the first level.
Right.
If you look at the second level, if they're doing anything, it's sex for gifts. OnlyFans, tricking guys, tricking their money off for sex and things like that.
Right.
But the third one is what we're talking about, and is the one that people don't even talk about, and that is creating, sexual tension. Mm-hmm. But Lucario, what say you on this before we continue? Because I want to get your opinion on this as well. What do you think? Because they don't ever see us. Mm-hmm. And that's the third thing. But what say you on the other 2?
Yeah. So the thing is that, if you're going to have a lot of guys who are in the friend zone and the creepy situation, because most guys, they don't know game. So therefore, they don't understand game. So therefore, they're going to stay in that zone. Now, you have the tricks out there that's definitely going to be, giving some gifts to try to get some sex.
Yeah.
That's the only way that they're going to get it going. And even for example, a lot of times guys don't even realize that some dudes will go on dates to get sex, and that's still tricking, because if you're going on a date just to get sex, or you think this is the only way I can get sex, you're basically tricking. But if you know how to build sexual tension in a situation, then that means that a woman actually is going to be sexually attracted to you and want to have sex with you. And this is what we try to teach you guys when it comes to you dealing with women.
Hey, Lucario, do I sound choppy or do am I breaking up or do I sound?
Nah, you sound good. You sound good to me.
Okay. There's a little bit of choppiness on your end, just a little bit, but I don't just hey, chat room, let us know if there's any choppiness and we'll fix that. But
probably the weather.
It's all good. So the reason why, before we get to the 7, why most men lose before they begin is because they're not taught to understand women.
Mm-hmm.
They're not taught to understand that women have access whenever they want, however they want. But that's not even the thing. That's not even a thing that, it's weird that a lot of guys, Lucario, they don't understand that in order to open her legs, there has to be some kind of emotional connection. It doesn't make any sense how guys who don't create the emotional connection with a woman thinks a woman is going to want to emotionally open her legs up and want to be with that person.
Right. Well, the thing is that most women don't feel most men. So the thing is that, and the reason why they don't feel them is because a lot of these guys don't have any impact, and the energy that they bring to the situation is no real sexual energy. It's no real desire there that the woman is going to be able to like feed off of and interact with. So a lot of guys, they'll do surface level shit like, looks maxing or some shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, let me look better and that's going to be the end all be all. Or let me spend all this money and then she'll want me. What you guys got to understand is that a woman has to actually feel you. Like, and that's what I'm saying, like, feel it. It's what dudes don't get. Why do you think you have all these handsome man game videos all over YouTube? Because guys realize shit. Being handsome isn't the end all be all, because if I'm handsome and I'm still having problems, then maybe it's not about just being handsome, right? It's the women don't feel you. The women don't feel that energy. And the reason why the women don't feel that energy is because you don't feel yourself first. Actually see yourself as that guy, know that you're that dude, and then you bring that energy to the situation. The problem is that when you're not that guy, what you're doing is you're trying to do things to get the woman to like you. This is the thing. You don't have to try to do anything to get a woman to like you if you're that guy, because if you're that guy, women like you. You understand? So you're not trying anything. You're just being who you are. That's what we're trying to get you to understand.
We got a call. Area code 330. What's your name and what's your question, sir? How can we help you?
Hi, my name's Brian, and I just ended the situation of being not that guy.
What?
And I'm looking to start dating multiple women so that I can get to know women better.
But the problem is, Brian, the problem is you're trying to get to know women better. Why do you want to do that?
Well, I want to know how I interact with them better so that I can get better at...
Well, wouldn't the interaction want to be with you first? See, the problem is that because you don't have any game, you make everything about the woman. You want to interact with them. Don't you want to learn a game where they interact with you versus you run behind them?
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm just saying you have to have the experiences with them.
No, you don't. You don't have to have experiences with them. That's the problem. That's the lie that the internet has told you guys. You don't have to have experiences with them for them to follow your lead. They have, like Lucario said, if she's not feeling you, she's not going to really fuck with you. And see, you think that you've got to do a circus or magic tricks to get a woman to like you or something like that. But this is what I'm saying, Brian. You don't have any. You got to learn the game, because we're feeling. Go ahead, Zach. You got Lucario. You got
it. So look at it this way, caller. If somebody wanted to work at Google, they go up to the Google offices and says, man, I want to work at Google. Does Google need experience with that particular person, or does that particular person need experience or need to know how to get at Google and to be able to get hired at Google?
Okay, I see what you mean. How do I go about the experience part?
Okay, well, how old are you, Brian?
32.
Okay, so if you want to be a doctor, you go to medical. Hello?
School.
Right. If you want to be a lawyer, you go to law.
School.
Right. So if you want to learn the game, you got to be a student of the game. You got to learn the game and be taught it, buddy.
So what? Okay. What is the course called that you have?
Well, it's not about it's not about the courses. It's about seeing if you're a right fit for the courses. So what you need to do, Brian, is give one of us no Diddy on the back end and set something up. We can have a discussion. Okay, buddy? That's how it works. It's not, because the game is not for everybody. So it's not like one shoe fits all type thing. You have to actually be worthy of the information.
Yeah, so go to the manmindset.com or go to badboymembership.com and hit us up on the back end if you want coaching, because coaching is a thing that's going to help you specifically with your specific situation. But let me ask you this real quick. So are you seeing any women right now? Like, what are you doing right now?
No, I just stopped seeing someone because I wasn't able to be myself in the situation.
What does that mean? What do you mean yourself?
Being the nice guy, you know what I mean? I couldn't.
Well, David, there's no such thing. Brian, there's no such thing as a nice guy. Those are frauds. You're not a nice guy.
So wait, what were you doing that wasn't yourself in the situation?
I guess pursuing something that's not reciprocal.
Well, Brian, you can't read your mind, buddy. Okay. This is either why you're gonna need the coach on the back end, because what you're saying is so private and personal that you don't want to put it out there. Okay. But if you want to now, you're gonna have to give us more detail, because we can't read your mind. So we don't know what you're talking about, sir.
Yeah, give us some specifics. Like what do you mean you was pursuing? Because you said you were seeing somebody. So what you were? Because if you're seeing someone, that means that it's reciprocal, meaning y'all get together, y'all do things, and y'all make it happen. So if she's not reciprocating, are you really seeing her? Or is this a chick you was chasing?
I guess it started out as seeing, and then turned into me not initiating things properly, and yeah, more chasing at this end. So I just cut it off. Figured I should just go and try and start some fresh things, you know, where I actually place boundaries in the beginning of it instead of letting it slide.
Okay, so how long was you seeing this woman?
A couple months.
So 2 months?
Yeah, but it was only really the first month. The second month was just kind of gone.
Okay, and how many times y'all had sex?
3.
So yeah, you had sex 3 times in these couple months. So now, what happened where she wasn't reciprocating? What was going on?
I guess testing, like radio silence for a couple days, kind of threw me off a little. Didn't really have too much of an issue with it, but I didn't say anything about it either.
So you would text her and then she just wouldn't respond? Like what was happening?
Yeah, like it just started one time. I took her over to one of her friends' houses or something, and she ghosted me for a couple days.
Wait, hold on. You took her to her friend's house?
And she ghosted you?
Yeah.
Like, was it a guy?
It could have been. I don't know.
Okay.
Wait, so why are you taking her to her friend's house?
That's a problem. No. I didn't notice at the time. I was being a nice guy.
But Brian, it's just you're being a guy with no standard.
Mm.
Okay.
Exactly.
So again, this is why you're going to need some help on the back end, because there's a lot of things that you don't see that you need to learn about, buddy. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So is there any other question that you have, man?
Yeah, hit us up on the back end, man.
No.
Okay. Well, yeah, just holler on the back end, one of us, and we got you covered. Okay, man. And if you have any other questions, call in. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
And listen, we appreciate the call, buddy. Okay. We'll help you out, but you just got to make that move. Okay, man.
Looking forward to it.
All right. Respect to you. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the call. Great call. Okay. All right, guys, lines are open. Let's continue what we're talking about. Now, Lucario, you said the good thing, feel. That's okay. This is where people don't understand. Feel is everything. Mm-hmm. Even in this call, that call with that young man, If a woman doesn't feel you, she's not gonna fuck with you. She's got it. Now look, she'll fuck with you, but not fuck you. Okay, there's two totally different things here, guys. Because most of y'all guys don't understand that the game, Lucario, they feel us. You know what I mean?
Right.
They feel our presence. But we'll get into that. But what say you on that as we continue?
Yeah, I think a lot of guys just got to understand that there's a certain feeling and energy that happens in a situation when it comes to attraction. And you got to understand, it's just like anything else. This happens in your everyday life. There's certain, like for example, there's certain, like say actors or actresses or whatever, where you like that actor or actress, where if they come out with a movie, you just go see the movie just based on it's them in the movie. You're like, oh, I like fucking with this actor, I'm gonna go see his movie, or I like fucking with this.
Right.
So as soon as they drop an album, I'm checking it out, right? And it's because they make you feel something. You see what I'm saying? That's what draws you to them in this situation. So it's the same thing when you're dealing with women. A lot of times, what happens is that because most of you guys are surface level, let me work on my fucking six pack. But the thing is that she don't feel you because you're just focusing on the six pack. You understand what I'm saying? And she's like, nigga, I see niggas with six pack all the time. That don't mean nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel anything when I'm talking to you. I don't feel this desire to get at you. I don't think about you when you're not here. Do you see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. You know, Lucario, like I say, you're 1,000,000% right. See, they're taught what they think they need to do, but these YouTubers don't, teach them on how to feel.
Right.
They don't teach them how to feel. They let me hold on, give me some water. Shit. Okay, excuse me. Yeah, they teach these guys to act overly nice. They teach you guys to show how responsible and stable they are by their jobs. They teach these guys to boast about their cars and careers. They teach about filtering themselves out through wearing certain kind of clothes or like you say, or working their body, but they don't understand the rules of the game. Everything you do, those things don't make a woman feel because, again, Lucario, she has access to it. She has access to it. And because she has access to it, Lucario, she is going, it all evens out. It all evens out. And that's what guys don't understand. They think where they don't understand we're in a world, and this is shout out to the women. That's just what it is. We can't complain. She can order validation. She can order, she can have money, praise, opportunity, phone, rent, dinners, and everything like that. Right. We just have to understand the rules of the game. We cannot change that. Lucario, we can never change that a woman has all kind of access to guys. Now, hold on real quick, Lucario, throw it to you. That doesn't mean she's sleeping with them. That just means that she has access to all these things, Lucario. What say you, man?
Right, exactly. Because the thing is that she'll be able to use these guys, a lot of different guys, for different things. And the reason why she can do that is because those guys ain't got no game, and they're easily influenced by the woman, and that's how that shit happens. So when you are another guy who's trying to do that, it's like you don't stand out, she don't feel you, and that's why you get into the same position you're in when you're dealing with these women in general. It's terrible.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll keep going. Let's grab one question at a time. This guy says, he says, does the way businessman 100% believe his product? Dude, you had to call in. This is not a sales. You got to call in, buddy. Call in, man. Let me grab this one right here. Wait, no, not Perry. Let me grab it. This guy was before him. He says, how does the conversation sound to let a woman know that okay. If you're trying to have a conversation to let a woman know that you have other women, then you're a fraud. Okay, look, I don't want to hype women up or blow their heads up, DS, but women can smoke you guys out quickly. There is no conversation that you can have to make a woman think that you have women. The conversation you're going to have, Lucario, is going to make women see that you don't have women. Right. Lucario, what say you, man?
Right. And the thing is, when you do have other women, they already know. You understand? They know based on the way you move. In fact, they know based on how you make them feel.
How you make it feel?
Like, damn, this motherfucker makes me feel amazing. So I know he got other women. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like I know I'm not the only woman who's attracted to him like that. I know I'm not the only woman who wants to spend time with this guy. Like, they already know because they can tell. They're like, okay, this guy, he's too fucking on point. He got to have other women. So the thing is, you ain't even got to really have that conversation. A lot of times when chicks ask you that type of shit, they just be saying that just to talk. You understand? If they ask, oh, you see anybody else? You have any other? A lot of times they'll say that just to talk, but they don't really need to say it because they know. You understand what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Right. So what and guys, y'all would call in. Dion, you had to call in, dog. We're not gonna keep having banter with you, dog. You had to call in. Anyway, as we were saying before, getting back to guys actually unfortunately putting women on pedestals. See, the thing is with a person that has game, Lucario, is that we make her feel like, okay, remember, guys, they are slutty, Lucario, and they can act like whores, Lucario. We're never saying that. It's that when there's a difference between you making her feel like, see, remember, keyword feel. If you make her feel like a whore and a slut, it's going to turn her off. But if you make her feel like a woman, it's going to challenge her to be more of a woman to you, to uphold the thought process you have of her. And I think this is where a lot of guys are going wrong because, again, Lucario, the YouTubers that teach these guys the wrong information, they don't tell these guys out here the truth. She can pay her bills. She can fly first class. She can get likes on Instagram. But guess what? She cannot ever, Lucario, before I throw it to you, she can never, ever, ever give herself the experience of being chosen by a man who makes her feel like his absence is a weight on her ass when he's not around. Let's talk.
That's real shit.
Let's talk on that, dog. Come on.
Real shit. And that's why I see this is the thing. Everything you said is on point. And this is the thing. This is why a lot of you guys, you know the reason why a lot of you guys are feel nervous when some type of way when a woman doesn't text you back, or you're worried about her looking at other men and you're worried about what she doing when she not around you. That's because the way you're feeling is the way she should be feeling about you. But the reason why you feel that way is because you're not that guy. Because if you were that guy, she would be feeling that way about you and you wouldn't be thinking about her like that. So understand that your position in the game, right? The energy you feel is going to tell you your position in the game. So if you're sitting there worried about her fucking with other guys, you know why you're worried about her fucking with other guys? Because you know you're not that guy.
That guy, yes.
I'm worried about her fucking with that guy.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Because you're not, if you were that guy, you wouldn't be worried about none of that. You wouldn't be thinking about it. Your mindset would be totally different. Now, what will happen is she will be thinking about you, feeling like there's some type of way about you because she's like, damn, this guy is so on point. And I know all these other women want him. So as a woman, I don't know where my position is right now with this man. And I really want to be in his life and I really want to see him and I really want to have sex with him. I want to be around him, all those other things. So she's constantly worried about, is she going to lose her spot, lose her position? And this is what causes women to cooperate with you and be on point with you. You see what I'm saying?
I'm going to try Lucario here. Guys, call in and we got y'all covered. I'm going to try a Lucario analogy. Guys, I got to work with me on this one. Please don't judge me. I can't do them as good as Lucario. But the thing is, before I say what I'm about to say, I do want to let you guys know that you have to understand the truth. You will be replaced unless you become him. And I'm going to use this scenario, guys. Gentlemen, y'all know what a steak, most of y'all guys who are not vegans or anything, y'all know what a good steak is like, okay? So it's like you going to the steak restaurant and they're saying this is the best steak, Lucario. It's a Wagyu, a Japanese Wagyu ribeye in the bone steak that's like, I don't know, $200. It cuts off and they hype it all up. And then when you get and you cut the meat, it's slices of bologna. Now, would you guys out there, how would you feel? Would you go to that restaurant? Would you say, you know what? I sliced the meat, I thought it was this one thing, but once I got a hold of it and tasted it, it was something else. And then you know what, Lucario, because of that, I'm going to go somewhere else. So what I mean is that for all you guys out here, You are going to be replaced. This is not a scary threat. And I want to make sure, because I want to throw it to you, Lucario. This is not a scary threat. Is that if a woman is not feeling you, she's going to go somewhere else to find the feeling, Lucario. What say you, man?
Right, exactly. And that's the reason why a lot of times you get ghosted. That's the reason why a lot of times a chick is flaking on you. That's the reason why a lot of times the woman's leaving you on red. Because
yeah.
Because this is the thing. Remember, you know, if a woman is interacting with a bunch of different guys, she wants to pick the best out of the situation. Just like you want to get the best chick out of the situation, right?
Yes, they want the best.
Right. So since you want the best, what makes you think she don't want the best? And so if you're not the best, then what do you think is going to happen?
Absolutely, guys. I got a question. Please call in. We got y'all covered, and we're going to change this. But gentlemen, what we're saying is that you okay? You have to be the person that she can't replace, okay? And it's not because you lied to her. It's not because you manipulated her. It's not because you deceived her. It's because you awakened something inside of her, Lucario. Mm-hmm. That's where the power comes, where the power comes in that. Because the man that can awaken something in a woman is going to be wanted by that woman. Because remember, it goes to my little goofy ass little chart, Lucario. If everybody is doing step 1 and step 2, the bottom, these two things, then how is she going to feel if she's surrounded by nothing but individuals that she has access to? So, Lucario, again, real quick before we get to the numbers, if she has access, Lucario, to all these things that y'all worry about, why would you care? Mm-hmm. Any woman at any time can get whatever she wants when she wants it, guys. That you've got to understand. That's the world we're living in. We will never be able to change that. But the one thing a woman can never get, Lucario, is a man that makes her feel something. Lucario, what say you before we grab the call? What say you?
No, that's a fact. That's what I'm saying is that, you know, if a woman is surrounded by a bunch of losers that could give her all these surface level material things, but then she finds a winner, right? That winner makes her feel, and that winner is rare, and that's why when you're that guy, she wants to fuck with you. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. All right, we got a call. Area code 850. What's your name, brother? How can we help you?
This is JB.
Okay, JB, can you speak up? JB, please speak up. What's up?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's going on, JB? What's your question?
Yeah, so my question is, so for you all, like most women that come across y'all feel y'all, and the women that don't feel you guys, are you guys just like they're just not meant for you, or like that's just the game, or like?
Well, okay, listen. Women have this thing called the free will or the right to feel or not to feel. And even here's the thing, even if she feels us, she might not even fuck with us, JB. So don't think just because a woman feels you, she's gonna fuck with you.
Right.
Because sometimes those feelings are scary. Okay, JB, real quick before I throw it to my dog Lucario. When a woman is in the known, okay, that means that she can feel you guys feeling her. But when a woman goes into the unknown and starts to feel things for you, that's scary, because that is an uncontrollable thing that sometimes, you know what, I need to stay away from Lucario, man, because I think about him too much. I want to talk to him. I'm missing him when I shouldn't be missing him. So sometimes feeling ain't gonna work. But Lucario, you got it, my brother.
Yeah. So there's always gonna be women who feel you and women who don't. But what Steve was saying is that, and this thing that you guys got to understand is that a woman is gonna choose and decide what she wants, right? But a lot of times, even if she is attracted to a man or desires him, the fear of what it could mean to be in that situation could cause her to fall back also. So a lot of guys think, man, you know, if I step up my game, you know, then I'm gonna get all the women. It's like, no, you're not. Because also there's gonna be women, because your game is stepped up, because you are that dude, they're gonna be too scared to fuck with you. Now, this is the key though. When you have game, you don't give a shit either way. So this is what we try to get you guys to understand. So a lot of y'all are still stuck on, or y'all are stuck between trying to, you know, make something happen with a woman and not make something happen. What we're trying to tell you guys is that none of that matters when you're that guy, because when you're that guy, everything works out in your favor. Everything. You see what I'm saying? That's how it works.
Yeah, we're going to start to break down the mistakes. It's 7 huge mistakes you're making. But do you have any other question, big guy?
No, that's it. Thank you, guys.
No, it's wait, and 1 second, and thank you, I appreciate that. A correction. No, it's not a sad reality. It's a beautiful reality. Oh, you can hang up, JB. All right, listen. Only listen to me, buddy. It's a beautiful reality because if you learn the game, you automatically play on a different playing field than everybody else. You don't play by the rules that everybody plays by. So it's not a sad reality. It's beautiful when you have game. But here's the first thing for a lot of guys, Lucario. Number one thing that I would say is that, unfortunately, these guys, like women, are looking for their happily ever after. They're focusing on the criteria and compatibility instead of creating sexual tension and sexual attraction. What say you, Lucario?
So the thing is that, you know, a lot of these guys, they don't know how to create sexual tension. See, what sexual tension is really is that tension is that it's a situation where sex could or could not happen. It's a situation where, you know, she's sexually attracted to you, you're attracted to her, and you're creating that situation to say, hey, listen, you might get the dick tonight or you might not. And that creates a situation where she's yearning for it because you are having her in that moment feel those feelings of desiring it, but you are the one who is dictating whether or not this will go down or not. You see what I'm saying? Versus most of y'all got it the other way around. Most of y'all are like begging her for the pussy, and she's the one sitting you along doing all that other goofy shit. You see what I'm saying?
Right. They enter, okay, gentlemen, I won't even say the dating realm or reality. You enter her space, not with it. You don't have the mindset or the mentality of creating sexual tension, creating mystery, creating desire. What you guys do is that you create insecurity. You know, she's sweet. You know, she's beautiful. She's sexy. And, you know, y'all create this thing, Lucario, where you make her look so good on paper, Lucario, without lifting the hood. You're looking at her ass, Lucario. You're looking at her titties. You say, man, oh, she is this. Hey, Lucario, this is the one I want. Oh, she is my happily ever after. If I get her, please, God, Yahweh, Buddha, Jesus Christ, elephants, flowers. If I can get this woman right here, I'll never ask for anybody else. And see, that's where they go wrong, Lucario, because they're unfortunately projecting a fantasy into her when they're not being present to draw her into them. What say you, my brother?
Right. No, that's real talk. A lot of these dudes, they live in this fantasy world where they want a woman to be a certain way for them. But the thing is that a woman can't be a certain way for you if you don't even in the first place. So what is the roadmap to get there if you don't even have the program set in place? You feel what I'm saying?
Guys, please listen. Women don't want you to know this stuff. Y'all got to write this stuff down. We getting deep here. Y'all gonna drown today, man. We getting deep here. Gentlemen, please listen here. With this, we're saying the greatest mistake that women know, and this is how they get it, Lucario. Check this one out. It's because the women know that you guys fall for the idea of her before she even feels anything for you, which actually, Lucario, gives her the high ground. Exactly. It gives her full control because you're showing her, man, I want you so bad. I want to sleep with you. I want you as my woman. And women know this shit, Lucario. What say you, man?
That's a fact. So the thing is, like I said, a lot of these guys, they approach the woman begging for her, and that automatically, right, puts you in the submissive position and her leading.
Yeah.
Once she sees that you're doing that, then her desire for you or her attraction for you is not there because she's like, you've proven to me you're not the guy. Because the guy is the guy would never do no shit like this.
Right.
That way. That's how it works.
Right. Remember, they thrive on emotions and they're built through their feelings, not logic, gentlemen. Okay. And when you guys start creating these fantasy lands of pushing her on swings and rowing her on boats and everything before you even talk to her, you feel that you've got gain her approval, Lucario, by saying, I don't get women like you often. I'm hoping you would choose me, or Lucario. Or if she does give him a pussy crumb, why me? Why why did you pick me out of all those other guys? I don't understand.
Right.
You got the car. What say you on that, man?
That's what I'm saying. Like, and a lot of guys don't even realize this, because like even the guy that called up earlier,
yes,
he was like, man, like she's been not responsive, and I took her to her friend's house, and so he's running behind her, and this is why she's basically responding with that type of energy.
Right. And the thing is why it turns them off is because it doesn't feel you feel inauthentic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. See, okay, gentlemen, most guys are always going to lust or be attracted to the ideal of the woman.
Mm-hmm.
And the woman behind, okay, women always say to Carl, when is he, why doesn't he want to get to know me? I'm not my ass. I'm not my titties. I'm not my hair, and I'm not my makeup. But why doesn't he want to get to know me? And that discomfort right there, or that disconnect, it kills a feeling. And if she's not feeling that, which then unlocks another door, Lucario, of, well, you're not a challenge. I mean, you're already bringing me submission by telling me how special I am. And Lucario, it's not to say women are not, cool the way they are, but she knows she's not as special because she knows, as soon as she leaves the club or the bar or something, who's to say she's not gonna go home and cry? Who's to say she's not gonna go home and eat a piece of chocolate cake and say, I'm fat today? Or, I got a bump on my face, or, oh my God, I'm bloated and I'm chubby and I'm just so ugly today. Who says that? But if you're the one saying how beautiful she is, when she's not feeling beautiful inside, she knows you're a fake and a fraud, and you want something else other than to get to know her. What say you?
No, that's real talk. Hold on, my fucking camera got cut off. Let me put my regular camera on.
Okay, yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of guys don't realize that when they're dealing with women, their behavior tells the woman a story about him.
Yes, yes.
So your behavior is telling the woman, okay, this guy has to be weak because he's chasing after me. This guy has to be insecure because he's begging me to spend time with him. This guy has to be a guy who is not confident because he is chasing me down every 2 seconds and all that other stupid shit. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely, guys. Lines over if you want to call in. And the thing is, at the end of the day, if you want a woman to feel you, see, the thing about a man, Lucario, we don't chase the fantasy, Lucario, and this is some arrogant ass shit, but we are the fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
We are the fantasy. And we're saying that, come over here and let me show you some things that you don't even know about yourself. Because I'm gonna make you feel me. I don't look, your ass and titty. Okay, watch this, guys. Just how she looks at a guy. This is how Women have seen all kind of dick pics, guys, and they've seen all kind of men with money. They've seen all kind of muscles. They've seen all kind of cars. They've seen all kind of restaurants and everything. Mm-hmm. That shit doesn't impress them. It doesn't.
Right.
At all. What impresses them is a man that thinks on the same wavelength of them as saying that you don't impress me. Your ass and titties don't impress me. You got to vet them, Lucario. What say you on that, man?
Right, exactly. And the thing is, when guys deal with women generally, they interact with women as if they are impressed automatically. Like, oh my God, you're so beautiful, you're so hot, you're so this, you're so that. So the guy is expressing himself in a sense of, well, I'm so enamored by you just existing right here. And again, that shows the woman, like, what's wrong with this dude? Like, this dude has no fucking, he has no substance. He's just like all the other guys who put me on a pedestal as soon as they meet me. He's just like every other guy who feels like, I'm the best thing that has ever happened to them. It's terrible.
I say pictures of money don't buy land. It's funny. How do I stop caring about what others think? I still feel sometimes, even though logically it makes sense. Okay, well, Charlie, you're going to have to call in, man, because unfortunately, like you and a lot of these young men out here, y'all are still searching for the fairy tale, okay, versus creating a mindset and a mentality, okay? Okay, women don't want this happily. Gentlemen, listen, They don't want happily ever after. They want my dirty fucking fantasy. They want my forbidden goddamn fruit. They don't want that. Please, gentlemen. Lucario, before I throw it to my dog, Lucario, again, Lucario, we got to keep oppressing these guys. When she wants, she can have the dinner, the date, the rent, the phone. She can get the dresses. She can get whisked around the world. But the one thing she cannot have that they crave is that forbidden fruit. That one person, that one guy that says, you know what? If you don't shut the fuck up right now, I'm going to get you over there. I'm going to make you play with your motherfucking pussy. And I'll think about talking that shit to her, Lucario. So one thing they don't get. What say you, Lucario, to answer this young man question?
Yeah, and we've talked to Charlie a few times. But Charlie, you got to understand is that the reason why you still are worried about what other people think, right, is because you haven't fully put yourself first. You haven't fully, made yourself the most important person in the situation. And this is the key. Once you start to do that, right, what you're also going to understand is that. And we get a little bit deep with this, but what you also got to understand is that, just like I always talk about, everything is connected. So now, what happens is that the reason why you're worried about what other people think, right, is because you haven't put yourself, who is a person, you're also a person.
Yes.
You haven't put yourself as the most important person thinking. So if you worried about what other people think, then worry about what this person who you are, thinks.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. You see what I'm saying? So why are you worried about what other people think and not focusing on the main person and what they think? You see what I'm saying?
We have a call, 570, my brother. What's your name and what's your question, man? What's up?
Yeah, this is Charlie Kiefer calling in, 25 from PA.
Hey, what's going on, Big Charlie? What's going on, buddy? What's going on with the question, man? Why are you asking that question, man? What's up?
Yes, the reason I asked that question is because, I've been feeling like, I've been trying to learn the game and all that stuff, you know what I mean? And I realized that my insecurities and whatnot go deeper than just trying to get women per se, you know?
Charlie, everything matters and everything counts. Who is your sensei?
Mr. Lucario.
Okay, so you're learning the game through Mr. Lucario, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and you're on the Bad Boy membership, yes?
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. Why aren't you getting more coaching from this man? Because apparently it's what he's saying is not sticking yet. Why aren't you doing that?
Well, it should be. I mean, I got coaching from
No,
before,
wait. Listen, buddy. This is why. Okay, this is very important. See, a lot of y'all guys just say bullshit on paper, and you think that we're gonna let that shit slide. We can't, because you're doing more of a damage to yourself, lying to yourself, saying you're doing something. You're not doing anything. You're not doing anything.
Right.
And it's no knock on you, big guy, because it's all respect. But the problem is with a lot of you guys, y'all say, well, I'm doing all the stuff to do in the game and all that, but what are you actually doing? And then you say you're not doing anything. So and it's all good. But this is why the shows like this are important and phone calls like this are important, because you're not doing everything you need to do. You're not grinding.
Right.
You're not right. You see what I'm saying? But yet you're saying, well, how do I do it? Well, how can I get over? But yet I'm not doing anything to work on myself to get over it. Lucario, you got it, my brother.
Yeah. So this is the thing, Charlie. You got to understand is that, remember, it's consistent work on yourself. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just like, think about it like this, right? When a person goes to the gym, a person doesn't go to the gym and say, well, I'm finished. I went to the gym yesterday, so I already went to the gym. So I gotta go to the gym. No, they go every week, multiple times a week, ever. You see what I'm saying? So what it is, so what it is that the reason why you're still worried about what other people are thinking, because we're not working out your mind consistently. So what you got to work out your mind consistently, so that what other people think, right, doesn't even resonate with you. You see what I'm saying? So what happens is that you're still worried about what other people are thinking all the time, because you have not made yourself the focus of what you think about yourself. That's the main thing. You have to focus on what you think about yourself, because when you focus on what you think about yourself, what other people think about you is not going to matter. Why? Because other people can't know you like you know you. So how would you? It's like that's like me worrying about what a 6-year-old thinks about anything. You understand? Like, they don't know anything. You understand what I'm saying? Think about people like no one knows Charlie like Charlie. So what happens is, how would you worry about what they think about Charlie when it's impossible for them to know Charlie like Charlie? So why would you care about what they think? They're only thinking based on their perception of who they think you are versus who you actually are. And the only person who actually knows who you are is you.
Right. So Charlie, Charlie, watch this, buddy. Watch this, Charlie.
Yeah.
Here, hey, Charlie, here's the good news. You're better than this guy right here, Charlie. I want you to watch, Charlie. This guy here, I'm going to read this to you, Charlie. This guy here, Lloyd, says, can game guarantee a high success with women? Do you see that, Charlie? And he's kind of doing the thing that you're doing, except calling in. But you're calling in. That's why you're better than him. But the problem is that, see, he's looking for an absolute. So see, people like him, Charlie, and this is where you're going down because you're not actually trying to learn. You're looking for this magical one thing to say that, you know what, I have no kind of a mouthpiece. I have no standard. I can't turn women on. But can you give me this magical thing called game and guarantee that I get a high success with women? You see what I'm saying, Charlie?
Yeah.
Y'all guys are kind of doing the same exact thing, but you're on two different sides of the spectrum, but on the same side of the coin. And this is where y'all are trying to find absolutes in everything, because unfortunately for him, this is why, and Charlie, for you're doing the same thing. You're not trying to learn the game. You're just trying to get some ass. And because you're trying to get some ass, you can't create sexual tension, because everybody trying to get ass is trying to get ass. They're not tapping into the emotion. Lucario, what say you on this right here, brother?
Right. So the thing is, so Lloyd Ringo, he said, can game guarantee high success with women and with business? If not, since we can't control it, what's the point of gaining leverage? You'll still lose massively. That's the call up next. But again, this is the type of stuff that guys are asking when they don't really understand the game and they're not focusing on themselves. You see what I'm saying? And Charlie, this is one thing where you have to massively focus on yourself, right?
Yes.
And understand that, because this is how it goes too. Check this out, right? The ironic part is you're worried about what people think about you, but truth of the matter is you have to actually teach people how to think about you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what does that mean? That means that you're worried about what people are thinking about you, but they can't really know you, because in order to know you, they have to be taught by you about you. So meaning you have to train a motherfucker to even get to the point to even understand or have an accurate opinion of you in the first place. So the thing is, how are you worried about what they think when they're not qualified to even think about who you are?
Right. And Charlie, but in order to get to know you, Charlie must then know himself. Charlie, tell us, how does Charlie create sexual tension? And if you say, I don't know, that's cool, dog. There's no wrong answer, but this is it's a crucial point right now. How does Charlie create sexual tension?
Well, I'm just going to start off saying I don't know.
Okay. And hey, you know what? And I respect that. But this is
I have an idea, but I'm not going to sit here and
wait. If you have an idea, then you don't have it, which is cool. But Charlie, but this is what, okay, like Lucario's saying, how can you teach something that you don't know? How can you teach something that you have never created? See, myself, Lucario, Miles, Zag, 50, Boss Mac, Dre, Bud, we embody sex. We embody sexual tension. That's why we put in our bids. That's why we don't approach. That's why we create sex, because we embody it. We create it. So if you don't know how to create it, how can you teach her to experience it, my brother.
Right.
Does that make sense?
100% right. Yeah,
right.
100% sense.
Right. And we're talking about Charlie that's worried about his fears. Do you see what I mean? Do you see where we're at? You're worried about your fears. We got to get you to start thinking about creating sexual tension. And that's why you have to get with Lucario No Diddy and learn to move yourself up to the point where you believe in Charlie enough to say, you know what? This is how Charlie moves to create sexual tension, because that's what separates us. People are not trying to create sexual tension. They're trying to find ways to open their legs and get between them butt cheeks.
Right.
Does that make any
Yeah,
sense?
you're 100% right. No, 100%. And, you know, that was kind of part of the reason I called in, is because I realized is that, like, this shit goes a lot deeper than just fucking dealing with women and stuff. I mean, I know you guys obviously say that, you know, the game isn't about women.
Yes.
But I didn't. And I didn't understand it. And I was thinking back to when I was younger. I never had any of these problems, you know, and it's like, you know, for all the reasons you said, you know, but, you know, I think what I'm just going to do is just get on that coaching, that, you know, that phone coaching, whatever Lucario game, because, you know, I really needed to do this for myself, you know, so.
Yeah, Charlie, I'm going to give you one more real quick. Show you another losing mentality. Right. Watch this guy. This guy says every guy needs to read The Prince by Machiavelli, right? You know, you know what we say, Charlie? Everybody, every man should read the book on his motherfucking self. You see that, Charlie? You see how the mentality. Sure. People have a losing mentality. They want you to read somebody else's book, somebody else's life, somebody else's thoughts. Why not be the fucking narrator of your life? Read Charlie's book and create Charlie's chapters and create Charlie's sexual tension. But no, why don't we read Machiavelli so we can dig his ass up in the grave and say, well, excuse me, Machiavelli. Well, now that I read your book, how do I create sexual tension? You see how they lose? Because they got a losing mentality, Charlie. But hey, man, Charlie, we appreciate you, man. And great fucking call, okay, buddy?
You.
Thank you, Carly.
I appreciate you a lot, man. All right, thank you very much.
Hey, Charlie, good stepping up and calling in, buddy, okay? We'll throw you back in. Thank you, Charlie. This is why the game is so deep. We have another call right here. Area code 678, sir. What's your name? And
man, you can't on my highway.
Okay, 678, sir. What's your? Okay, goodbye. All right. Anyway, let us continue, guys. If y'all want to call in, the lines are open, guys. We got y'all covered, and we appreciate each and every one of you guys. But let's continue to discuss with you. The lines open if y'all want to call in. So let's move to the next one, Lucario. Again, unfortunately, YouTubers have indoctrinated these guys to focus on the provider qualities again, instead of building sexual tension. I mean, emphasizing your job, emphasizing lifting weights, emphasizing money, clothes, status, stability, right? When she's seeking this thing just called excitement. She's okay. Remember, Lucario, again, guys, the theme. If she has access to all those things, the one thing she doesn't have access to is excitement. Hold on, we got another call. Wait, let's see. Hold on a second. 678, are you there, sir? Hello.
Hello, Steve.
Yes. What is your name and what's your question?
How's it going, man? This is Money.
Okay, Money. It's not just Steve, it's Steve and Lucario, but what's your name? What's your question, buddy? How can we help you?
What's up, Lucario? Man, my question is, man, I'm planning to take a very nice woman on a date this Saturday.
Why?
Why
would you take her on a date? You've already failed. Okay, let me show you why you failed. You want me to show you how you failed? Watch this. I'll ask him one question. I'll prove that you're already gonna fail on the date. You're on the date with her. Where's the first thing coming out of your mouth?
The first thing coming out of my mouth. Yeah, I'm gonna play it cool. I'm gonna play it.
No. It ain't about playing it cool. You're on the date with her. She's looking at you right in your face. If you're playing it cool, her pussy's already drying up because you're not talking to her. So what are you talking about? Don't just try to be lean back and be chill because you're showing that you don't know what you're doing. So I'm asking you, I asked first why you going on a date, but I'm gonna prove why you're fucking up on going on a date. What are you gonna talk to her about on this so-called date?
It depends on what the environment is.
No. You're the environment, though. No. We don't do that. You're the environment. So what are you gonna talk about on the date?
All right, so look, off the introduction, I want her to come pick me up.
Okay, sir. All right, let me slow this down. Maybe do you have a handicap or mental disability where you can't articulate the words that I'm saying, sir? I'm not being funny. Are you positive? And how old are you?
21.
Okay. It's cool. Now, please listen. I'm not making this hard. On your date, what are you going to talk to her about?
Man, I'm gonna try to
try. No. We don't try. No. Thank God, Miles. The language is exposing. We don't try. We are. So, what are you going to talk to her about your date?
Well, so I know her problems and her trauma, so I'm gonna say everything that is opposite of that.
So let me ask you a question. Hold on, real quick. Let me ask you a question right there with Lucario. How's that going to create sexual tension? How's her trauma? How's her trauma and all that bullshit she's telling you going to create sexual tension?
Oh, it's not, but me.
So okay, then I'm done. All right, then. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and drop the mic right there and pass Lucario. If I was you, I would not even go on that date because you're wasting your time. Lucario, you got it, man.
Oh, it's a first date?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, yeah.
Oh my Lord, have mercy.
So what's your question though? What do you want to know?
So my thing was I'm just in my mindset right now, and I'm thinking about getting set up. For one, getting set up for my money and all of that, and for two,
wait, hold on, getting set up for what?
What are you talking?
I don't want to get set up like I live in Atlanta, so I don't want to get set up. With
you already set up.
Wait, I'm confused. Set up. What does that mean? Set up. What does that mean?
Like, man, shiesty, like get robbed.
You already set up. What are you talking about? She getting a free meal.
Hold on. So you think you're gonna get robbed?
I mean, it's a thought. I don't.
So why are you messing with raggedy women?
I'm saying, what type of chicks you messing with?
What kind of women are you messing with?
You think you're gonna think you're gonna get robbed? What kind of hood rat?
Thank you.
I know Steve finna ask why don't I not love myself, because I mean she is divorced.
No,
she got kids.
That doesn't mean I didn't say it. No, we don't judge a woman being divorced or kids. That has nothing to do with it. Lucario's asking you, why are you messing with raggedy ass women where you feel like you're going to get robbed? That's the question. We're not talking about her. We're talking about you, sir.
It's just knowing that I have something to protect.
What?
It's just,
hold on. How many times you got robbed going on a date before?
None. Yeah.
Okay. So what makes you think this woman's gonna rob you?
She's older this time.
Is she what?
What?
She older. So
what does her age got to do with anything, big guy?
What does her age mean she gonna rob you? I don't understand that.
I mean, I know they be having different agendas.
Who is they?
Women.
Wait. How do you know what they have when you can't get to? Wait. How do y'all guys talk about things that y'all can't get access to? Why do y'all make things up in your head?
Yo, wait. How old is this woman?
How old is she? She's 33. Her and then it's her birthday weekend that I'm trying to go out on.
Why would you do that?
What?
Why?
Yo.
This is why I'm calling in. No, this is exactly why I'm calling in, bro.
Hold on. So you taking her out for her birthday?
Oh Lord, shoot me.
Yeah, like on some birthday shit. I told her we was gonna get like
why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Something like that.
Why would you do that?
To be real, I'm not the type that just
say I want some pussy. Just say I want some pussy. Just be honest. Just say I want some pussy.
I'm gonna keep it 100 though. I'm in the middle because it's like I ain't gotta fuck, but at the same time I don't want to waste my money.
No, you gotta fuck. No, come on. Hey, no, the car hit it, dog. Hold on. Hey, we got this. Hey, this straight from the ATL, dog. We got a new rap for you from the ATL. Lucario, you ready, dog?
Go ahead, tell me when you're ready.
Hold on, the ATL. Where is it at? 1, 2, 3, play it, dog.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God, stop fucking lying.
Yo, this shit crazy.
So, man, I was just like doing the snake to that shit.
So, Carla, hold on. So. What has this? So the only reason you think you're gonna get robbed is because she's an older. How old are you?
21.
21.
So the only reason you think you're gonna get robbed is because she's a woman older than you?
No, that's not the only reason. And it's just like I said, I know who I am. I know what I have.
What? Who are you?
Yeah, wait. This is what I'm saying. What reason do you have to think outside of her being older that she would rob you? That's what I'm trying to get to understand. What makes you think this? Because what happened? You just started getting money, so now you think all of a sudden the chick want to rob you? Like,
exactly.
oh wait. So before when you would go out with women, you wasn't scared you was gonna get robbed because you was broke?
Because I didn't have as much money as I had. No, exactly.
Okay, so now, are you never gonna go out with women ever again because you think all the women are gonna rob you because now you got money?
No, because I can say, and I can agree on what you're saying, because it's like saying the women that go through trauma that every man is the same. So no, I say no.
So okay, caller, let me ask you a quick, simple question. How are you creating sexual tension? What's the play?
I'm not trying to repeat what you just said. I'm gonna say it in my way that I was gonna say when I heard y'all speaking about it. I am just the embodiment of
these things. Okay, Lucario, 3, 2, 1. Thank you, please.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God, stop fucking lying.
Yo, what are you talking about?
Wait, Lucario, I'm gonna give you. Can I get a back shot, please? Lucario, please turn your back on him, please. Turn your back on him. Thank you. All right, dog. Why are you gonna sit here and lie to our motherfucking faces, dog? Are you serious?
Hit me out.
No, we have heard you out. Do you think a person that embodies this game and has good diamond dick gonna ask the questions that you're asking, worried about getting robbed, taking a woman out on her fucking birthday just to get a little slit of pussy? Are you serious? Hello?
Yeah, you're right.
Well, of course. Can we just be honest and say I'm not him, please? Please.
Wait, Cole, you said you're the embodiment of what?
Yeah, no, I said, well, once you get to a certain level with even with your finances, like I said,
finances don't make her pussy wet.
Wait. I need to hear this.
Okay, I'm sorry.
When you get to a certain level of finances, what happens?
No, it's just like once you become the person that you need to become to receive those things. Like, everybody can't be a millionaire. Everybody can't do this and do that until they become that person that is able to hold on to that.
To hold on to what?
And
hold on to what?
What does that have to do with anything? That's what we're trying to understand.
What are you talking about?
What does you having money have to do?
How would I build sexual tension and
that's tricky.
Is what I'm saying. Like, me as a person is the sexual tension.
Okay, well, wait. Let's start. Let's ring this bell, Mr. Sexual Tension. Okay, now that you have all this sexual tension, you're in front of the woman on a date because, I forgot, those that have sexual tension don't go on fucking dates. But hey, what do we know about the game, Lucario? No, we don't. No, we don't know. We don't know about the game, because if you have sexual tension and you embody it, you ain't going on a date. But you're on a date. So what are you gonna do to create sexual tension on that date with that woman, sir?
Well, for one, I speak my mind. So
okay, what are you gonna say? Speak your mind.
It's not something that I could just say I'm specifically saying.
Wait.
When it comes to it.
Wait. Have you not listened to Lucario, myself, Zag, and the fellas? We spit right off the top of our dome. There is nothing that we are not asked that we don't have an answer to that we can lead a woman towards. So come on, Mr. Sexual tension.
I'm not saying that I don't have leadership.
No. You don't. No. You don't have any game and you don't have any sexual tension. So look, caller, we want to help you, but the problem is we got to help you with something else. You lying. See, in order to gain help, you've got to stop lying to yourself and thinking you're something that you're not. Because anything you ask past that point, it's not going to help you. Can you please stop lying to yourself and think you're something that you're not, young man?
I can piggyback off of what you're saying. It's just saying, like, say I'm still growing and I'm wearing a size 10 shoe, and the size 12 shoe is the shoe that I'm trying to fit into. I understand, I'm willing to accept. That's what I'm calling in.
But you're not but you said you have sexual tension. And then what? Thank you, Zag. What is all this? If you have sexual tension, what is all this trauma bonding?
Trauma bonding meaning get with the female, knowing that she been through stuff.
No. You know what you're doing now. This that. Hey.
Wait. What is the stuff she's been through?
Yeah, what is it? Make sure you add dragons and fucking zombies in this shit.
Her mother passed away when she was 40 something, so that's young to pass away. She just went through a divorce. She got 2 kids. One of them, like I said, I'm 21, about to be 22. One of them.
Call her, hold on. Why do you know all this information?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a fed, bro. Like I know her name, so I searched it up on Facebook.
What are you doing? What?
Not even. I only know her son is big as me because of Facebook. But everything else she told me though. Everything else I figured out on my own.
What are we doing, dog? What are we doing? What are we, brother, please, brother, let me call her, please, before I throw it to Uncle Lucario. Please understand there are 2 types of conversations women are gonna have, okay? All right. Now, they're gonna have a friendly, trauma bonding, this is my world and my life, boo-hoo, hoo, right? Or they're gonna have, you know what? I have this birthday and I can't wait to get on that dick for a birthday present. I miss you. I think about you. I want to see you with your clothes off. Hey, why don't you jump in the shower? Let me see my baby move. How does that dick move? So let me ask you a question. Wait, what side do you think you on? My kitty cat died when I was small and, my life is terrible for me. Or is she talking about getting on that dick without the dinner? So which one do you think you're on, big guy?
Yeah, I'm definitely on the bitch ass.
Yeah, you go. Right. You go. So if you on that bitch ass stuff, that means you don't have what? Go ahead and say it. I don't have.
Game.
Yeah, can we clap that? We go.
I'm still stuck on the thing where he believes this woman got trauma and all that.
She doesn't. She doesn't.
He's like, bro, did you speak to this woman?
Yeah, bro. Like, yeah. We on chats and shit, FaceTime, whatever. But like,
she has a lot of trauma.
I believe she does.
You believe?
No. I'm not talking about what you believe. I'm saying, did she say, "Hey, I've been through traumatic experience"?
Because she always bringing up the divorce that she just went through every time.
Why would wait. Call her. Wait, I'm lost. Wait, brother. Why wouldn't she bring up those things when you're her hey best friend? You're her shoulder to cry on. Wait. When she's sad, you're the guy she comes to. You're her emotional Tampax.
Well, basically, she'll only give me some pussy if she feel bad for me after I already spent all my money and shit.
Why would you spend your money, Mr. Sexual Tension? Oh, see, we got him.
I'm finna cut her ass.
No, you already cut off, dog. No, look. She cut you off the moment she started trauma bonding with you, brother, and you missed it.
Exactly. Why? That's all I was asking. I'm like, why are you even talking to this woman about all this bullshit?
Why are you even talking to her?
And you scared she gonna rob you. That's crazy.
But she already robbed you because she already took your nuts from you, dog. She yanked that shit from you, dog, and put it right in her purse.
How long were you on the phone with her?
Like I said, when we talk, when we do get a chance to talk, because sometimes she be like, oh, and I know there's some bitch ass shit too, because you're gonna make time for what you want, and some shit you just gonna do. But like, sometimes when I be trying to hit up, this is why I definitely got cut off. She like, I'm just, and I know divorce is shit heavy. I'm not putting that down. I know, so, like my mom just went through it. It's a lot of court dates and shit like that. But still, that's not the whole day. That's not fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Like, can I ask you a question? Let me ask you a dumbass question. Do women?
Gotta be a dumbass.
No. I'm saying, I'm not calling you a dumbass. I'm gonna ask you a dumbass question. I'm not calling you. Yeah.
Okay.
No disrespect. I'm saying, I'm gonna ask you a dumbass question. Do women masturbate?
Of course.
Do women touch and play with themselves?
Of course.
Okay, let me ask you a question. And here's the $1 million question. When they're touching that pussy, do they masturbate to that guy on the rowboat while she's trolling the umbrella and he's paddling the boat? Do they masturbate to him?
Hell no.
Do they masturbate to the guy that's pushing her on a swing out in the middle of the forest and they're just having a good time? Does she masturbate to that?
Maybe. I don't know.
Wait. Really? Wait,
I don't
being
know.
pushed on a fucking swing. Listen, okay.
Some girls don't know about that.
Okay, listen to me, young man. being pushed on a swing like rowing a boat or running in the field with your arms open and hugging her? Does she masturbate to those things?
I'm gonna just say no, but I don't know.
No,
my real
so-
answer is I don't know,
so
but I'm gonna say
Do
no.
you think she's going to masturbate to the trauma bonding and everything that she's doing with you?
Hell no.
No. So why are you bringing her into that neighborhood when you're drying the pussy up with every text message and every phone call, showing her the lack of dick that you have, diamond dick? You're not creating
you
sexual
remember what we
tension.
was first saying when you, I forgot exactly what you said, but that's why I was saying, like, that's why I try to speak away from the trauma. Like when you said that.
No, there should be not a. Okay, wait.
I'm not gonna talk about trauma.
Wait. Lucario and I have gone through a lot of women. I've never heard a trauma bonding situation. What is that like? Like, do they start off crying? Do they grab a bunch? How does the trauma bonding work, Lucario?
Well, let me say this too. Then, like I said, I just recently met her for real, so it's like I'm just really getting to know her. So
what do you know? Wait. What are you getting to know?
I'm sorry.
What are you getting to know?
Like I say, like you know what? Now that I'm saying it really makes me feel stupid because
no, you're not stupid.
I care about that shit.
I disagree. You're not stupid, young man. I'm not going to let you sit here and call yourself stupid. You just didn't know. See, where you guys go with when y'all don't have game, you're trying to connect because you want some pussy, and it's cool that you want pussy. But remember, when you have game, you don't listen to that bullshit she's saying. All that shit is bullshit. Okay, real quick before I throw it on to Lucario. One more question I'm going to ask you. Do you think women are going to give you the combination code to their pussy?
No, absolutely not.
So then why are you listening to all the bullshit that you think is going to get the pussy then? By listening to all that bullshit she's saying.
You know, honestly, I went into it with the mindset knowing that she was older. I know she got kids.
Who cares?
I know that now. It's like shit like that I shouldn't even bring up, knowing that, you know what I'm saying, if a nigga just trying to, whatever agenda, not even say agenda, but the plan that I have for the women, right?
Right, but you don't have no plans. That's what we're trying to tell. Like, what is your plan?
Yeah, what's the plan? I mean, that's what I'm saying. What is the plan to create the sexual tension? Because that's where we got, listen, in order for you to get sex, okay, think of it like this. You've got to create sexual tension. What's the plan to create that so you can get through that door? What's the plan?
So what I've learned recently is that sometimes silence is better than forcing a periodic, you know what I'm saying, conversation every time. Like,
what do you mean by that? What are you talking about?
Yeah, just be quiet.
How can I? Yeah, like.
Wait. Being quiet makes the pussy wet.
Sorry.
Being quiet makes her pussy. So you're gonna sit in front of a woman
no.
and be quiet, just be like this.
I'm saying, like, sometimes silence is better than saying some stupid shit, though.
But silence is saying stupid shit as well sometimes, man. You don't understand. Okay, I don't know whoever told you that. Get your money back from them. Whoever told you about that silence shit, get your money back from them. Because they're setting you up for a downfall. Silence is still going to show you that you are boring. Just looking at her. Just looking at her.
So call it this. You just need to learn some game, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you all over the place. You're up there worrying about a chick robbing you. Then you worried about her fucking life, about her getting divorced. Like, first of all, when you first going out on a first date with a woman, you don't even need to know this information.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? The only thing you need to know is this woman coachable? And is she sexually attracted to me? That's really all you need to know. All this other extra shit about her divorce and her mom dying and all that other shit, you don't need to know nothing about that.
Right. And if you learn the game and learn how to create sexual tension, then you're not going to go on the dates. And sit there and stare at her quietly while she's like
going that motherfucker no move.
Yeah, no, well, you might as well. Hey, look, give her a happy birthday, dog. Go ahead and spend your money, dog. You already put yourself in this.
I agree.
I was joking. That was a joke. Don't do that.
Damn, come on.
Oh my God. Lord have mercy. Are you serious?
Well,
You,
no, dude. See, that's what I'm saying too. Then I'm too nice, bro. That's what
oh,
I feel like. Like I am a therapist. I'm reading the comments saying,
Oh
I'm
my God. Oh man.
bro. I'm naturally a therapist,
but
man.
hey, but remember, you had all this sexual tension and game in the beginning, right?
Don't get me wrong. I'm still a freak in the shit. I'm still a slutty ass nigga.
No,
But
no,
like,
no, no. If you were freaking the sheets, you already freaked her mind to say, you know what? I'm going to take Roger out for my birthday, but you'll be my birthday present afterwards.
Facts.
All right, buddy? All right, so we'll throw you back in and we appreciate the call, buddy. But good luck, okay? Hey, make sure when you say happy birthday, put on the birthday hat. They love that shit, okay? All right, good guy. We'll talk to you later, man. All right, guys. Shot lines are open, man. We're chopping it up, guys. Please get your crayons out. Let's get to the next one. Let's get to the next one. That's very important, guys. Number 3. Okay, Lucario. It is being a mask instead of being a man with a unique identity, like moving and thinking like everybody else instead of having a distinct personality that taps into her emotions that actually creates genuine attraction. What say you on that, brother?
Yeah, a lot of dudes, they wear that mask. They wear the looks, money, status mask. They wear the high value man mask, other different things. And they wonder why women don't have sexual interest in them, because the women don't actually get to meet the real you. And the thing is that if they did meet the real you, they probably wouldn't like the real you anyway, because you haven't worked on yourself to understand and recognize who you really are in order to be the guy she's going to be really attracted to. So a lot of you guys, what happens is that you put on a mask because you don't know anything else except for that. And this is why we tell you guys to learn the game so that you can actually understand who you are, so that when you're dealing with women in these situations, they actually fuck with you for you. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Before I grab this call, I just want to say also the thing that they do is that they don't understand, guys. It's okay for women to follow the trends. That's women. You know, they change their outfits depending on the fall lineup or the spring or the summer lineup. But you guys are changing. You know, if you see somebody holding a purse, you're gonna hold a purse. If you see somebody wearing some bikey shorts with your ass hanging out, you're gonna do that. Or you guys are gonna start repeating popular dating advice that they get from YouTubers. You're gonna follow the latest trends and styles and everything. Or you're gonna try to be somebody else that you're not. But we do have a call, 862. What's your name, sir? And how can we help you, big guy?
It's Justin.
Okay, Justin, can you off your speaker, buddy, so we can hear you better?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Justin.
You get me?
Yes, okay, Justin, how can we help you, buddy?
Yeah, I just got one question.
Sure.
How do you like, I guess, I'm on a Lucario's membership. I just want to know, like, how do you, I guess I'm just having trouble with giving sexual compliments without.
But what man gives out a sexual compliment? What is that? Tell me what a sexual compliment is.
Sexual compliment?
Mm-hmm. And then I'll tell you what one is. But what is a sexual compliment in your opinion?
Say, the way you look in them, the way you look at that dress.
Nope. No, you want to know why? Because you're not actually looking at the dress. You're looking at the titties and ass underneath the dress. So no, that's not you. That's
okay.
So give us.
Yeah. So wait, what are you talking about? You said, how do you have a sexual compliment without what?
How do you give a sexual compliment?
He's gonna say without something.
Without coming off as like it pedestalizing, like you were saying earlier in the show.
Okay, so that's the issue. The issue is that you are, in your mind, you think you're pedestalizing the woman, or you're putting her on a pedestal, right? So anything that you do is going to be muddied with you worrying about looking like you're putting her on a pedestal. That's one. Yeah. But yes. Two, what happens is that, and I did a video about this a few months ago, a few weeks ago, whatever, where what a lot of you guys don't understand when it comes to flirting and building sexual tension, right? You're supposed to flirt with the women, you're flirting with the woman, but you have to connect it and make it about yourself. So what a lot of you guys are doing, which is why you quote unquote look like you put it on a pedestal, is because you're just sitting there, you walk up to a girl, oh, hey, I think you're pretty. Or, oh, hey, I think you're beautiful. Or, hey, I think you're cute or whatever. Or, hey, you look good, wearing that dress you're wearing, whatever, right? So you're just complimenting just to compliment. But what you have to do is you have to compliment. If you're going to compliment, the compliment should be within the flirting and building sexual tension, right? So, for example, listen, the way them jeans look on your ass, right, makes me want to go back to my place to do A, B, and C. Do you see the difference between you just telling her a compliment versus you creating a compliment that involves building sexual tension?
Man, I got
Okay.
another one for you. You know what else you can say to create sexual tension?
What's that?
Good morning. Hello. What's up? How you doing? Hey, stop that.
Oh, you talk about like how it's just more about how you say it than what you actually.
Oh, it's how you embody. Okay, again, listen. Okay, the card just explained to you. You guys are trying to wear a mask and you're trying to pretend to be something that you're not.
Right.
You got to get the game and embody that. The reason why hi, hello, what's going on, what's up, sexy, and all these things create sexual tension is because the thing which what people don't teach you is that the sexual tension is already built up before she reaches out to us, dog. We're just reinforcing it.
So, Cole, let me ask you a question. And this is I'm just saying this to show you an example. Are you sexually attracted to men?
No.
Right. So now, if you was at an event or at a party, right, and there was a guy there, and you just say, "Hey, what's up, bro? How you doing?" Right? Now, that's like you asking me, "Hey, Lucario, how do I introduce myself and say hello to another man without him thinking that I'm gay?"
Oh, I see.
You see what I'm saying? You're not gay. You already know you're not gay, so you would never ask that, right? So what happens is because you know you're not that, you won't ask that. So now the reason why you're asking, how do you do this without putting women on a pedestal is because you are putting women on a pedestal.
Yeah.
You see?
See, okay. When you're on the throne, you don't put anybody on anything, dog. And they work. Okay. Women cream. Okay. If women, I'm gonna use the car example. If a woman knows he's the guy and she's got to work to get his attention because she knows the benefits are greater, he knows she's going to get something out of it. So that means when she wakes up, look, I don't even talk on a phone call. It could be a text message. Okay. You watch how Lucario can make a woman's day or break her day by a text message. What, you ready, caller? Ready for this magic trick? Ready? Okay. She wakes up in the morning because, again, when you have game, they're going to be thinking about you all night. The first thought is going to be, okay, I wonder what Lucario's doing. And she's going to go to her phone. And on her phone, now this is going to be her break. Sometimes women are going to see, if it's either Instagram or whatever, you know how it gives you a signal that there's a message. It gives you a number or something that says you have a message on your phone, right? So they'll get excited thinking it's him.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they press that button, it's somebody else, it's going to bring her down because she was so waiting and so oh my God, I hope it's him, but it's not. So that brings her down. But if she wakes up or later on that day gets another message and it's him, he brings her back up. And it could be just, you know what? Hey, I'm just thinking about you. And that shit'll make her ass melt. You see, but you want to know why it makes her melt versus a guy that's running behind the pussy and saying that? Because we are sexual tension. We're making her feel us versus trying to beg for us. Like you beg, take me in. Does that make any sense?
Okay.
So call it. Go ahead.
Go ahead, buddy.
So you're making her feel. Well, you're kind of projecting how you feel on her.
What is the best restaurant you ever been to? Yeah. What is a nice name a nice restaurant in your area? A high end one.
Fogo de Chao.
Okay, Fogo de Chao. Okay, I got it. Okay, Fogo de Chao. Why is Fogo de Chao high end?
Oh, the presentation.
And what else? Experience, presentation,
right.
How the food is. Right, exactly. So, does one have to go inside Fogo de Chao to know Fogo de Chao is the spot?
Oh, no.
There you go.
They already hear it from word of mouth.
There you go. And that's why we win. Lucario, you got it, brother.
Yeah. So, and this is the thing, caller, because this is the thing. Let me ask you, why are you concerned about a woman thinking you're putting her on a pedestal?
Or why am I concerned about that?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out.
Be honest.
No, it's okay. Be honest. No, go ahead. You got it. Trying to figure out what, buddy.
I'm just not having the most success right now. I'm trying to just figure out what I'm doing wrong. You know.
No, but this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that so you don't want to put a woman on a pedestal because you are trying to figure out what you're doing wrong. Is that the reason why you don't want to put a woman on a pedestal?
Oh, well, I just don't want to put. Yeah, because I'm not putting her on a pedestal. It's just I don't want to.
How?
Like, even if you're not putting her on even if you don't intend to put her on a pedestal, maybe I'm coming off that way.
Right. This is what I'm asking. This is what I'm asking. What I'm asking is, what is the issue or what's wrong with putting her on a pedestal? Meaning, why are you trying not to? Like, so let's say you talk to a girl and now because of what you said, you put her on that pedestal. You're like, fuck, I put her on the pedestal. I shouldn't have said that. Why did you not want to put her on a pedestal?
Because once you do that, then you know everything, the roles are reversed. Now you're the one that's chasing her. She's not chasing you.
Okay, so now I'm glad you said it. So now this is the key. This is the issue, though. So what happens is that the reason why you don't want to put her on a pedestal, right? That issue of damn, well, you know, I'm afraid that I'm going to be chasing her, right? That's the issue that you have within yourself already. So you think or you are chasing women. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is the reason why you're worried about putting her on a pedestal is the actual thing that you are doing. This is what I'm trying to get you to understand. So you don't even realize it. It's happening subconsciously. So what you're doing is you're trying to stop the thing you're already doing, because if you weren't doing it, you wouldn't need to worry about stopping to do it. Do you see what I'm saying? So there's something you're doing already, even in your mind, that is putting the woman on a pedestal, which is why you're trying not to. If you were never trying to, not to, you wouldn't even be thinking about it. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. So this is why we say when you have game, right? When you have game, you're not thinking like that. You're not thinking. So I can go to a girl and I could say, hey, miss, you are beautiful, right? And that's it. But yeah, I'm not thinking about, oh my God, am I putting her on a pedestal? Because I don't want to put her on a pedestal, because I don't want to put her on a pedestal, because I don't want her to think I'm chasing her. I want her to like, you see what I'm saying? It always goes down that thing. You see what I'm saying?
Big dog, I want to ask you a question. This is important. This is for you and everybody. And you're doing a good job, big dog. You're doing an excellent job. Great job. Okay. Here's a question I'm going to ask you. Okay. You want women to chase you, right? Right.
Correct.
And sexual tension can get that for you. Yes. That's the true thing. I'm not right. Okay. So here's the question that Lucario and I are asking you. What are you doing to create sexual tension? What are you doing? And if you're not doing anything, it's cool. Just say I'm not. It's fine. There's no wrong answer.
I've been trying to. Well, no, I have been approaching 5 or more.
No. Wait. Okay, no. So, okay, wait. Remember, men, we don't approach. See, remember, sexual tension. We put our bid in. If you don't have sexual tension, you're running behind pussy. We don't approach women. We put our bid in. But no, that doesn't. Let's scratch the board. Forget about you going up to women. I'm saying that when there's no women around and you're chilling, driving, wherever you're doing, what are you doing to create sexual tension in your world to bring a woman into your world, sir? Like, yes. So what are you doing, buddy? If anything,
create sexual tension in my world.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Does Walt Disney knock on your door and say, "Can we set up in your backyard"? Do they? Does Mickey Mouse? Does Mickey Mouse knock on your door and be like, "Oh, hi, I'm Mickey. Can we set up in the backyard"? Do they do that? No. They're like, nah. We motherfucking Disney. Hey, you gonna come in this bitch or not? We don't give a fuck, because those that come are gonna get this experience. So I'm asking you, what are you creating to create sexual tension to bring a woman into your world?
And you talk about what am I planning to? what kind of experience am I planning to give her?
No. What he's saying is that what are you doing in your life, in your mind, how you view yourself, how you upgrade yourself, so that when a woman experiences you, she is feeling that sexual tension in the moment with you. So meaning before you even talk to a woman, look at a woman, or say anything to a woman, what is it about you as a man that is attractive that makes a woman want to fuck with you once you talk to her? Does that make sense?
Okay. What about me that's attractive?
Now, if you don't know, just say I don't know. Just say I don't know if you don't know. Don't try to guess. If you don't know, just say I don't know.
I'm telling you. I'm assertive. I take charge. I know what I want.
Okay. What state are you in?
I'm in Texas.
You're in Texas? All right, all my cowboys and cowgirls, we got this nice country western song for you. Let's play it, Miss Lucario. Here we go.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
Oh, come on, man. We were doing so good with your honesty. Until
I ain't doing anything.
Thank you. God, how's this all? Just be honest, brother. We trying to help you, man.
Dude, I'm trying to.
No, you're
I'm
not.
Trying to put in the. I'm putting in the. I'm doing the.
Okay.
I'm going and I'm doing the. Putting my bid in. You know?
No, you're not putting your bid in because you don't believe in yourself. I see. You can't. Okay, you're approaching women because you have an expectation of the woman. Lucario, Miles, Zach, Fifth, the fellas, we don't run after them. Not him, them. We don't run after them. We know we're an experience that they have a choice. Either they're going to bring their ass over here or go do what the fuck you want to do. I don't care. Like Disney. Either you're going to come into the magical kingdom and ride all the rides and eat the funnel cake and enjoy the experience of Disneyland or Disney World or whatever, or stay your ass home. I don't care.
Right. Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. We're asking you, what are you creating?
Nothing.
Okay, but why then? See, that's what I'm saying. If you're not creating anything, how are you going to get women to chase you or build sexual tension?
Yes, I don't really. I don't know exactly like what to create.
Okay, if we don't know what to do, then what do we need to do?
Oh, I mean, I'm on the bad boy membership.
Okay, you know what? Okay, look. Something I don't understand. I'm lost.
Mm-hmm.
This mofo above me has nothing but programs on top of programs on top of programs. Can we agree on that, caller?
Yeah.
You agree on that, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. You want me to tell you why you fail when all that information is great? You want me to show you? It's really easy. You have a piece of paper?
Yeah, I'm writing everything down.
Okay, I'm gonna show you. You all are alike. Okay, it's just simple. Just put a 1, put a space, and put the letter A in that blueprint that I just have in my head. I'm going to show you why you and everybody else are just like you. You ready? You ready? Okay.
Yeah.
If the game is numbers, okay, and your letters, okay, you're the A through Z, we're the numbers, okay? You're trying to get to the numbers, yes? Yes.
Correct.
But you think in letters, yes? So that means any information you get, is it coming through numbers or letters? Right. Which means is you understand the information, but you're interpreting the information through the letters and not the numbers. Now, watch this. This is where we call understanding of understanding, why you need the coaching, like we told Charlie. I think his name was Charlie. Carl, there was a Charlie. Is because in order to get from the letters to the numbers, there's that middle point. You see the little middle gap between the number and the letter? The coaching is going to get you to be an A-1. That's when you get that's when it's going to stick, because you're going to not have your interpretation. You're going to have the interpretation of myself or Lucario that's coaching you to give you understanding of understanding. That's why y'all guys go wrong, because just because you get a product, think you're going to get it down and you're going to win. No, it's filtering through your letters. You're trying to get to the number. And just because you got the product, you got to get the coaching to understand the understanding. So then at that point, it will stick and it will work. Does that make sense, sir?
Yeah.
I made that that was pretty kindergarten of me, wasn't it?
Yeah, so caller, hit me up on the back end. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Some more coaching. That, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Wow, that's what you're talking about.
He's saying get the coaching.
Individual coaching.
Right. Whatever you have is good, but to gain the understanding of that understanding, you're going to have to get the understanding of the person that's giving the information out, because he's giving it from numbers, not letters. Does that make sense?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, buddy. We'll throw you back in. A good job, okay? Hey, wasn't bad. You did all honesty and one lie, so it wasn't bad. All right, buddy.
All right, thank you.
All right, respect. All right, that was an awesome call, guy. Oh, we have another call right here, man. Y'all are fired up on these calls. 253. What's your name, sir? And what's your question? How can we help you?
Hello,
sir. What is your name and what is your question? How can we help you?
my fault. My name is Alex, and when you say love yourself, that just means like working on yourself, right?
No, that means loving yourself. That means being married to yourself. See, y'all don't understand about my Lucario and I. We're married to the game first and last, period.
Mm-hmm.
And that means because we're married to the game, we can be in relationships with women and everything go good. And if they want to go, bye. I don't care how many years it is, bye. Because we're married to the game, because we're loyal to ourselves. Remember, it's death till Lucario do part, death to him do part. You see what I'm saying? He honors himself. He cherishes himself. He's not going to cheat on himself. He's not going to do anything bad to himself. But see, that's where we're trying to get you to the point of loving yourself. But to real quick before I throw it to my dog Lucario, because I got the map here. I'm glad you said that. I got this right here. So if you look at what it means, okay, most of you guys don't like yourself, right? So what does it mean to like yourself? That means that you're still believing in rejection, judgment, self-hate. You follow blindly and you have fears. Now, we're just trying to get you to love yourself. Now, Lucario is on like the boss level. He's at the top. Well, we ain't gonna get that in a second. But when you love yourself, there is no fear, worry, judgments, or insecurities. Now, boss level, what you're asking about. Boss level is where we're at. I'm the prize. She's got to prove herself to me. I'm the king of my life. And she is a nothing until she proves value and worth in my world. You see the difference there? Now, Lucario, you got it off of what I'm saying. You got it, Lucario.
Yeah, so caller, so the thing is that loving yourself is first accepting who you actually are versus trying to be something you're not. So a lot of times when people are talking about working on themselves, they're talking about trying to work on being something that they're actually not. To fit in to be loved, which is not what the game is about.
Right.
It was about loving yourself and accepting yourself, period, and not trying to fit in and not trying to be who other people want you to be. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, so it goes back to the trends like we were talking about in the thing. A lot of guys follow the trends because they think a trend is going to create attraction.
Right.
But a woman, again, y'all keep slipping on women. Women are not ignorant. Just because you see someone wearing some tight jeans with their ass hanging out and you wear tight jeans with your ass hanging out, that doesn't create sexual tension.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't. And if someone's telling you to get a better job, okay, get a better job, but that still doesn't create sexual tension. Because remember, the basis of what we're showing you is that women have access to all that shit. You listen, they have, I'm not lying. They have access if they choose to access it, sir.
Right.
So that means there is no job, no bit of weights, no line of muscle, no kind of car, yacht, or plane that is going to create sexual tension in somebody that can access it easily. The one thing she can't access is her pussy getting wet, tingling, and thinking about a motherfucker. It's something that she craves for, but she can't get it. She can never get that access from anybody except a man. That is the only one that can give her that thing. The only one outside of her dildo.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you have any other questions?
Nah.
All right. Well, we'll let you go. Thank you for the call, big dog. But yeah, getting back to what we're saying, guys, lines are open. Oh my God. Lines are blowing up. 571. What's your name, sir? And what's your question, sir? What's up?
What's going on? My name is Cameron. What's going on, Mr. Lucario and Steve?
What's going on, Cameron? How can we help you, brother?
So my question is, what is sexual tension and what does it mean to create sexual tension?
All right. So sexual tension, I was saying earlier, is when you and a woman are interacting with each other, right? There's an idea that sex can happen or that it may not happen. So it's the wondering of if it's going to happen or not. That's where the tension is. That's where the tension is happening. So you break the tension by having sex. You see what I'm saying? But sexual tension is created because the situation is tense because she doesn't know if it's going to happen or not. So you're supposed to be the one creating the sexual tension. See, the thing is this, if you don't know if the sex is going to happen or not, that's an issue. She should be the one who doesn't know if the sex is going to happen or not. You see what I'm saying? But you create it by you having a woman going along with your program. You see what I'm saying? By her showing and proving that she's worth you giving her the dick. Does that make sense?
Right. Oh, check this out, caller. You've seen a woman before, and you're like, man, I want to get that ass, right? I want to smack her, right? You know what I mean? I want to put her face in the pillow. I'm gonna smack her ass cheeks, right? So there was something she did that created sexual tension in you. It works the same way when you have the game. The way you think about them is the way they think about us because we don't think about them the way you think about them. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but follow me on that. That kind of got a little twisty right there. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Women have emotional perfect pitch. So the moment she recognizes fear in you, there will never be any tension. Anxiety, there will never be any tension. When you're trying to beg, barter for pussy, there will never be sexual tension. The sexual tension comes from the man that says, your pussy is not special to me. Because I see it everywhere I go. So what are you going to do to draw me in to be able to get this dick? Do you see what I'm saying? Because if you flip it around, it's the same thing. You're saying the same thing to her. You're saying, damn, your pussy is so special. What do I have to do to get it?
Right.
How many do I have to give you? How many flowers? How many questions? Right? It's the same thing. But the thing is that when we go right, where you go wrong, it's like I told you before, it all comes down to this word called exclusivity, meaning that women are trained like animals and not, ladies, y'all are not monkeys, but monkeys are trained. No disrespect, ladies. But the world has given you an easy in because things that don't get access to are exclusive in a woman's world where she feels that she is going to get more something out of it because it's withheld from the marketplace. So if you're giving her cubic zirconium dick, that means you're trying to run behind her pussy. But we are exclusive with our dick. Being with a man is a luxury. You don't get to be with us. You got to see if you are lucky enough to get in. You see what I'm saying? That's what triggers it.
So it's like being stingy with a dick. Like you ain't getting this until you prove to me that you deserve this dick.
Yeah, wait, real quick. I got to listen. Kevin. I know y'all don't like Kevin Gates, but I love this thing he said. He said it better. Listen what he says. Listen.
Masculinity don't have to be toxic. It can be sacred. You know, you can love yourself so much that you can look at a woman and she don't deserve my dick.
You see what I'm saying? I'm dead serious.
aha moment. I get it.
Right, aha moment. There you. I like the aha. Right, because you're so busy running behind her pussy, you're not looking at the value of your dick. No dick. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
get
looking.
what you're
Right. Okay, because you know. Anyway, what I'm saying is that myself, Lucario, Zag, Miles, 50, the fellas, we place our dick on such a high level that she's got to be worth my attention and my time. She can't even get the dick yet. She can't listen. Sometimes, and I even Coach EO talked about this one. You don't even have to give her your nut. You can just fucking get up. You can. I'm dead serious. You can fuck a woman. No, I'm not lying to you. You don't even know. You're not even worth my cum. I'll make you come. I'll make you get off, and I'll get up and I can go, and I'm fine with it. That's the level we're talking on.
Okay, I get it now.
Lucario, what say you, my brother?
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what it is caller, is that, you know, the building of sexual tension is you creating the situation, right, for that woman to feel that feeling, which makes her desire you that much to want it to happen. Is there because she's not sure if it's going to happen. Why? Because you are different than all the other guys who are begging her for pussy. Do you see what I'm saying? So
Right.
No.
Yes, sir.
And flipping the woman, remember, she knows you want the dick. I mean, she knows you want her pussy, but her thing is, I'll think about it, right? I'm not sure. Well, let's see, right? Well, we're saying the same thing. See, they're so used to thinking their pussy is special that when we take, okay, watch this. What does a woman actually have to do if you think her pussy's so special just by standing and sitting in front of you? What does she have to, what does she have to do? Nothing. She just has to sit there and blink her motherfucking eyes and look at her phone, and you will accept that shit, right? You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But when you have diamond dick, you take the power out of the pussy and you make her do this weird thing that women aren't even used to. And that's work for your dick, your time, and your attention, because there is this thing that is brewing, not from her reality of her beliefs and judgments and all this. It's coming from what she's feeling. And when a woman starts to feel you, that's where the tension comes from, because woman feeling you is rare. Women don't feel anything because everybody wants to fuck. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
They don't. So if you look at her emotions, like I said, it's got dust and cobwebs. You know those places that are all dusty and has cobwebs on it? That's every woman out there, because everybody's trying to fuck them versus force them to prove themselves to the man.
Right. No, that's real talk. So, caller, you got any other questions on this?
No, that's it. Y'all hit everything on the nail.
All right. I'm glad you got your aha moment, man. We appreciate you, man. We'll throw you back in, brother. Okay?
All right. Thank you.
I respect to you. All right. That was a great call. Let's continue, guys. Lines are open. Let's continue. You guys got a question, please put a Q, but let's keep going, Lucario. As I was saying, Lucario, because you didn't get a chance to answer that, where guys are, again, women, they're allowed to follow the trends. You know what I mean? If they see a movie premiere and some woman has this dress, they can go and get the dress, because that's what women do. But men should never follow trends. He should be the trend, Lucario. What say you, my brother?
Not as facts. You have to be the one that she's gonna follow.
Woo, yes.
You don't follow her. You don't follow the trends. You are the one that she follows. You're the one that she's going in the direction to get to, and to see, and to want to make things happen. And see, this is the key. A lot of guys, you know, it's funny. A lot of guys focus on what they call choosing signals, right? They're like, I ain't gonna talk to her. Guys, you gotta understand. This is the only way a woman really chooses. She has to choose you based on her recognizing you're that guy. This is what we try to keep telling y'all. So y'all worried about choosing signals. This is the only real choosing. The only real choosing is when a woman recognizes, damn, he's that guy. I have to do what I need to do in order to get with him. You feel what I'm saying?
Right, absolutely. And as you guys get your questions out, we're about to wrap this up soon. Wait, let's get this. Area code 850. What's your name? What's your question, sir? What's up?
Hey, this is JB again. I have a question based off of what you said with the last caller. You said that the level that y'all are on, like, do y'all, you know how like women will like talk to like a guy and like lead, I guess, quote unquote, lead him on and then not give him any pussy? Is that what y'all do with like y'all's dick?
Well, no, we don't play
did you-
games with the dick. They just don't. They just don't. They've never met anybody who loved themselves so much to say you're not worthy of anything I have. Remember, her algorithm and her reality is built off of thirst, desperation, and creepiness, right?
Right.
Which puts her in the
Yeah.
reality of thinking that I'm special and my pussy has value until she meets a valuable man who has diamond dick. All that shit gets washed away. Lucario, you got it, man.
Yeah, the thing is, we don't lead women on. You understand? Women lead men on because women are not fit to lead. That's why they'll lead you on, because they're deciding to deal with you knowing that they don't really like you and they're just going to waste your time and, just be on some attention or shit. Now, the thing that we're doing is not leading a woman on. It's letting a woman know that she has an opportunity to get us. She has an opportunity to fuck with us. That's what we're giving them. We're giving them the opportunity to fuck with us. And the way that they get to fuck with us is they have to follow our lead and follow our program. That's it. But the thing is that most guys, what they do is they have no program. They have no structure. They have no standard. And they see a woman and they're like, oh, wow, you're hot. I want to fuck you. And I will do any and everything to get your pussy. And that's why they get into the situations they get into.
Right. We try to get rid of them. I think a great man named Jebediah Lucario said it in 48 BC or some shit like that. It's hard to get rid of a woman.
Right.
Because we don't copy and try to be like other people like you guys do. We lead with our truth. We dress for ourselves. We don't dress for a trend. We don't dress for pussy. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, how do you know that you're doing those things?
Because you're doing those things, and you are doing those things because you make everything about women versus yourself.
Well, you said, how do you know that you're doing what?
Doing like copying trends or like doing something for a woman. Like, does it take? I mean, I know y'all have to help with that too because we can't see it.
Oh, so you're saying, how do you know if you're doing things for the woman and doing things for following the trends and all that other shit?
Yeah, because I might think I'm doing it for myself, but
well, that's true. And that's a great question, because that is the crux of understanding the game. Because once you understand yourself, then you'll know whether or not you are doing it for you versus doing it for other things, other people, other situations. So, so one of the things I'll say, a good rule of thumb is that, if you are doing things on the woman's terms, then you're not doing it for you. You understand what I'm saying? If you are doing things that you don't want to do to try to get a certain result, then you're not doing it for yourself. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. You guys are assuming, and this is the worst thing, you always assume when it comes to women. You assume that she needs a provider, but what you fail to realize, what she really needs is someone to make her feel like a fucking woman or a lady.
Mm-hmm.
When you make a woman feel like a woman and a lady, that's when you get the whore, the slut, and everything you want in pouring out that woman, because she wants to share that with you. But y'all are trying to do it ass backwards. You're trying to be this provider, and you want to say, well, I can pay your bills and take you out on trips, and look at this nice outfit I have on. See?
Right.
It doesn't work.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess I have one more question.
Sure.
This isn't it's not to flex or anything, but like, I guess the women that I've been successful with, and the women that I guess when I say successful, I mean like I've gotten what I wanted, and then unsuccessful, like I didn't get what I wanted.
Then you have failed. You're always unsuccessful. Because you're basing success off a piece of pussy. So you're very unsuccessful. When the fuck did we make, wait, when did we start basing our success, Lucario, off of some pussy?
So what do you mean by unsuccessful?
Because she said no.
Like, I didn't get like
pussy. You didn't get pussy. Right?
Yeah.
Because guess what you did? See, that's your problem. You guys, again, you set these expectations for women, but you don't know how to create sexual tension. Where's the expectation that I'm going to create the environment?
Well, can I say that I feel like
you feel
like what y'all saying is
Yeah. Tell us about your
But
feelings.
jealousy.
Okay, no.
But jealous.
Wait, hold on, everybody. It's a feeling moment, gentlemen. This is being brought to you by
Tampax. For those guys, for your smooth days when you want to cry in front of a woman. This is being brought to you by Tampax. Okay.
Oops, I'm sorry. Go ahead and tell us how you feel.
I was saying like for guys like y'all that like get most of the women that y'all try to get or not.
No. We don't get any women. No. Listen, I'll speak for the fellas. Myself, Lucario, Zag, Miles, 50, Dre, Boss Mac, Rosebud. We don't get any women. They get us, motherfucker. What the fuck you talking about? Get them. Wait. Why would we? What does it even mean to get a woman? What the fuck what do I get? What do I get? What? A slit of pussy? What? Tell me, what do I get? What do Lucario and I get?
So wait, caller, are you saying that you think most of the women we talk to don't say no?
Yes, well, I'm saying that you guys have a like when you look. If I use the word successful, I'm gonna get in trouble again. But you guys, we're talking to y'all because y'all got it like that. We don't got it like that. So I'm saying
got it like what? What do we
don't have it like?
Hold on, wait. Got.
Like, you can get
hold
women, on. Okay.
Got what? Like what?
I guess got yourselves like how y'all got yourselves like.
Right,
I guess like I'm saying when I say got it like that, I just mean like
what?
Like okay, women get you guys easier than women get us. I guess that's the best way to say it.
But see that
y'all get women.
But see that's the problem. Okay, let me ask you a question. So now, let's say I talk to 20 women, right? And all of the 20 women don't want to fuck with me. They don't want to take my number. They don't want to see me. What does that mean? Does that mean I'm unsuccessful?
No.
Why not?
I guess I mean, you did what you wanted to do. You gave them an opportunity. They didn't take it.
Okay, so then why are you saying you're unsuccessful if a chick shit didn't happen with a woman?
Well, I'm saying it's easy for y'all guys to say that because y'all have gotten a lot of women. For people that haven't gotten that,
okay, all right,
like me.
Caller. Again, let me ask you this question. I'm gonna try another Lucario because he's kicking my ass. I gotta try to catch up real quick. Let me ask you this question: Are you a LeBron like he's the greatest or Michael Jordan? Who are you?
I think Jordan.
Okay.
What I've seen.
So let me ask you a question: Is Jordan's greatness? What makes Michael Jordan great?
His like work ethic, like his clutch moments, his winning the three-peat with
No. Those things don't make him great. What makes him great is the things that you don't see on the back end. His greatness is on the back end. You just see the remnants of the hard work he does. And that's where you're going wrong. See, you're seeing our successes, but you think Lucario and I don't know what, walked up to the boat. Okay, now look, we're hey, Lucario, I can say you and me both because we both from the 1900s. So Lucario and I are from the 1900s. Okay, young man. So there used to be out front of the grocery stores a bubblegum machine where you could put a quarter in there, and you could turn the machine, and a toy would come out or some bubblegum would come out. So you think Lucario and I and Zag and Miles and the fellas went to a machine and put 25 cents, turned the knob, and got game? Or do you think we work for this shit?
We all work for it.
But you ain't doing that. You got Lucario.
Right. So that's why your mindset is still stuck on being successful or unsuccessful based on women. Do you see what I'm saying? That's why we keep telling y'all the game ain't about women, because every time you focus on the women, you miss the point of the game. That's what we try to get you guys to understand. And this is the thing: the women that you desire automatically will come into your life as a result of you being that guy, because all the things that you do as far as you being that guy, you attract those type of women where those women actually want to work to get you. Do you see what I'm saying? That's why even the other caller earlier, when Steve asked him, like, what are you doing outside of dealing with the women, that when you do meet the women, they see you as that motherfucking dude? You understand? Because it's all the work you're putting in on yourself. You understand what I'm saying? When it comes to you being that guy, is what the woman experiences when she actually encounters you for that first time. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, so would you say to like improve in this, like
Boy,
I need to focus
JB,
on what I'm?
you want to build Disneyland, right? You want to build an amusement park, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the strategy of building an amusement park? What's the marketing strategy? How are you going to bring people to the amusement park?
By my assets, like I guess one of them could be like mouthpiece.
But you don't have a mouthpiece.
Yeah, I know.
So that ain't gonna help. So how you gonna get him to the amusement park? And that's why you got to learn this stuff, buddy. Because if you
personally,
well, of course, because if you don't know your how or your why, then they're not gonna. Okay, remember back again, Lucario got to be a broken record. The basis of this for all you guys out there, everything you think women really want, they have access to, except a man. They don't have access to that forbidden fruit. That one person that could bring the whore and the slut out of them, and they love it. They don't have it. It's the one thing they don't have. So I'm asking you, how are you going to get on that side of the street to gap that bridge? How are you going to be that person to give her that one thing that she doesn't have? She can have everything else except forbidden fruit. How are you going to be the forbidden fruit?
Yeah. I don't know.
Got to learn the game, dog. See, as I say, you say the fact you don't know is why you don't know. You got to learn the game.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, I feel, again, not I feel, but I'm saying, okay, actually, never mind. I understand.
Remember, I told you before, numbers and letters.
Right.
Numbers and letters, buddy. So you're
right now is really just your mindset, bro.
Just your mindset. Yeah, exactly.
Your mindset is still caught on, like women, and you don't even realize it. So what happens is that, okay, let me ask you a question. Where do you live? Where do you live?
Tampa, Florida.
Tampa, Florida. Okay, cool. So now, you live in an apartment, a house, right?
Yeah, townhome.
Cool. Now, when you go in the kitchen and turn on the water and on the faucet, does the water come out?
Yes.
Okay. Now, does water usually come out of the faucet when you turn it on?
Yes.
Right. Now, have you thought about at any point this week, damn, shit, I'm worried about this week because I'm not sure if the water is going to come out the faucet when I pull it up. Have you had that thought even one time this week?
No.
Right. You don't even think about it. That's not even on your radar. Now, there's a motherfucker in a third world country right now who's worried about getting water for the day, and he has to go trek a bunch of miles to get some water to bring it back to wherever he's at. Right now, I say this: the reason why you're not thinking about water is because you got access to water every day. And it's not a thought in your mind. You don't even worry about it. You don't think about it. And for some reason, you just have it because of the situation, circumstances you're in, based on what happened in your situation to get it going, right? This motherfucker has to think about water. You understand what I'm saying? Because you see what I'm saying? You are like the guy in a third world country thinking about the water when it comes to women.
God damn, clap that. Fuck you. Excuse me. Fuck
So what I'm saying is that you're still in the thought of scarcity and worrying about women, right? When you have game, you become just like how you didn't think about water, but you knew you could get it and you knew you're going to have it. That's that's what happens when you have game. So what happens is that we're not thinking about, oh man, is this girl gonna want me? Is this girl gonna say no to me? We don't give a fuck because we always have women. Matter of fact, I want her to say no because I don't got time. I don't have.
Please say no.
Like I don't have enough on the roster. I mean, I don't have enough space on the roster right now. It's just too much. It's an abundance. You see,
right? Please, hey, if you want to go on a date, please, you got a bunch of friends. Let me help you find somebody. Let me help you find someone to date. I think this is a great person. Why don't you go with him? Why don't you date him? Why don't you see him?
Right.
That's how life is, man. It's great. It's great.
That's what we're saying. Where the issue is that you keep thinking unsuccessful means, oh, this or that happened with the woman.
Yes.
Unsuccessful really is that when you are not focusing on yourself and you're making yourself be swayed by the whims of the woman. Do you see what I'm saying? What we're saying is, this is why we keep saying the game is not about women. The game is about you, because at the end of the day, what happens is that you understand that by you being you, the things that you quote unquote desire automatically are going to happen as a result of you being so on point within the game. Just like, for example, if I use this example the other day, I said, if a motherfucker wanted to get, fit, right? He wanted to get strong muscles and a six pack and all this other shit, right? What happens is that if he's the type of guy who goes to the gym 4 or 5 times a week and he eats right consistently, right? Guess what's going to happen? Automatically going to get muscles. He's automatically going to get fit. Why? Because he's doing the things consistently. He's consistently being that guy. So automatically muscles are going to happen. So he doesn't have to worry. Am I going to get muscles? He don't got to worry about that. It's going to happen already. So when you're that guy who's an attractive guy who understands his value, who's on point, who's focusing on himself, only dealing with women on his terms, automatically women are going to try to get at you. Automatically women are going to want to fuck with you. Do you see what I'm saying?
I'm making a Lucario belt for next week. I'm making a Lucario belt for he's fucking dope ass analogy. But I'm sorry. Go ahead, caller.
I think the biggest thing, the most difficult thing.
No. There is nothing called difficult in our world. What do you mean difficult?
Yeah. Well, okay.
Language exposure. Shout out to Mouse Cunningham.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying what I think it is like.
No, wait. What you think it is? Wait, what you think it is from a letter or a number?
From a number.
Well, but you're a letter. How can you think about numbers?
Okay.
Yeah, I want to know what's so.
Go ahead, buddy.
What's the issue?
Yeah, at least from my point of view, I know it's not right. What I'm saying.
Okay, you okay? Talking to the what you call it?
Oh.
Shout out to you, Nate.
Better?
Thank you, Nate. No. You sounds like you're in the bathroom or something. Hey, come to the mic.
Oh.
I told y'all I need to stop with those iPhones and get a goddamn Samsung. But go ahead. Come on.
Yeah. Is it better?
Yeah, a little bit better. Go ahead. What's up, man?
Okay, I think what it is that we joined, or at least I joined you and Lucario to get better with women. So like when you join for that reason, you always want to see if everything that you do is going to make you better with women. But like, that's the problem because.
But we told you the game is not about women. So why would you get better with women? Who wants to do that?
But you see what I'm saying? That's why I joined it.
Right.
But I know it's wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
You're right. If you know it's wrong, right. If you know it's wrong, you shouldn't be doing it for the wrong reasons.
He's Daniel's son. A lot of y'all Daniel's son.
Oh yeah. Okay, for all y'all, hold on, I got y'all. For all you guys out there, okay, Daniel's son, okay, guys, Daniel's son comes from the 1900s, really preferably the 1980s, all right? So Daniel's son, for everybody out there, because Lucario brought it up and everything, Daniel's son used to get his ass kicked by bullies. And then one day he did something, got chased, and this guy named Mr. Miyagi came along and helped Daniel's son fight off the bullies. Daniel went to Miyagi to ask to learn karate, right? So Miyagi said, okay, I'm going to teach you karate. He said, okay, what I want you to do, he walked him around in the backyard. You see all these vehicles out here? What I want you to do with your right hand, I want you to wash all these vehicles. And with your right hand, I want you to put the wax on. And with your left hand, I want you to put the wax off, right? And Daniel's son was like, the fuck is this? Because Daniel's son, Letters, thought karate was punches and kicks. But Miyagi was actually teaching him karate mentally. Because mentally, when he threw a punch at Daniel, when he started doing it, he did it automatically without thinking. It was a block this way and a block that way. But in order to do that, we've got to get you to think outside of the box. But Lucario, please finish this so I can clap you because you're about to destroy me
and that's what that's what I'm talking about, caller. So again, you came as like, oh well, I want to learn how to get women. But the funny part is that we're telling you is that when you make the game about yourself, that's how you actually attract women. This is what I tell y'all. So a lot of y'all are trying to. It's like backwards. It's like you guys come to learn how to get women, right? So you're focusing on getting women. What we're telling you is focus on yourself, and that's how you're going to attract women. You understand? And we're trying to get you to understand that you got to flip your mind from I'm trying to get women versus women need to get me, which means that is the way that women are going to be attracted to you. Because if you're trying to quote unquote get women, that means that you are essentially chasing women to a certain extent.
We don't chase women. I don't even know what the fuck you chase.
This is the thing that repels the women, which is why I have such a hard time. What we're telling you is that when you focus on yourself, the women are like, damn, who is this guy? Why is he not chasing me like the other guys? Why is he not sweating me like the other guys? Why is he not putting me on a pedestal like the other guys? So there has to be something more interesting about this guy that intrigues her and that makes her want to learn more and want to fuck with you. And so what happens is that this is how so when we teach you this is how you're able to actually get women to choose you. See, right now, a lot of you guys are trying to chase women. We're trying to get you to the point where you are focusing on yourself so much that what it does is it builds yourself up, but also it trains you, right, to not rely on women to have love for yourself. Because by automatically having love for yourself, the women who fuck with you, the women who want to get with you, they're just reflecting the love you have for yourself anyway. Right now, when you're chasing the women, right? What you got to understand is that you are not focusing on yourself. You're focusing on her, which essentially is telling her that there is nothing valuable about you that she should be going after. Do you see what I'm saying? That's the issue.
Yeah, and caller, you know, I used to chase women. You want to know when?
On the playground?
Yeah, no, we used to play a game called Duck, Duck, Goose. So we used to run around in a big circle, and they would say duck, 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 and they'd say goose, and you start running around and chasing them.
Yeah, I played that too.
Right. So that's the only time we chase women, dog. We don't ever chase women.
Okay. Can I ask one more question?
Yeah, sure you can. What's up?
Okay, so bear with me. But so the people that are like the looks, what is it like looks?
Okay, but we don't talk about it, but we don't talk about other men. We talk about ourselves, but go ahead. We talk about ourselves.
Yeah, but I'm saying like those guys are like whenever they say like focus on yourself, they're right, but they're doing it from the external. Is that the problem?
No, they're not. Wait, here's for the dog Lucario. I just wanted to make sure we the analogy game is so cold. I'm gonna make him an analogy belt for next week and watch. I'll make that to create that. But what I'm saying is, buddy, is that you shouldn't listen to them at all.
Yeah, I don't. But yeah.
But okay, but go on with your question. Go ahead.
No, but I'm just saying, like, because one of their biggest things is like focusing on yourself, but they do it number one for a woman, and number two from the external. So they try to get like a better job or like a faster car or something.
Okay, but what is your question then?
Well, I'm saying like they're right except for those.
No, they're wrong.
No. Okay, check this out. You said they get looking better, getting a better car, all this other stuff. Who told them to do that?
But like media.
Exactly. So it was society that told them to do that. So if society told them to do that, they're focusing on society. They're not focusing on themselves. Do you see what I'm saying?
That's what I was.
They're focusing on.
That's like. Yeah, I said except they're not focused. Number one, they're not focusing on themselves.
Right.
Because like I guess the idea of focusing on yourself, like you guys say, is good, but their approach is like completely wrong.
Okay, if two guys say the same, okay, all right, let's say Lucario says 2 + 2 is 4, right? And I say 2 + 2 is 4, but I got a little bit of cyanide poisoning. Okay? Which one are you gonna drink from?
Lucario.
But wait a second, but my 2 + 2 is 4 is just as good as his 2 + 2 is 4, right? See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See where you're going wrong?
Right.
You're trying to force. See, part of you with the letters. You're trying to force them fraud motherfuckers to be honorable, and you need to stop that shit.
No, not at all.
Because you're trying to justify it. You got to accept it for what it is. Look, dude, this is this simple. They're frauds. Period. Period.
Yes, I agree.
Coming from then let's stop talking or trying to assume that we're saying the same thing. We're not.
Okay.
At all. Hey, at all.
Right.
Let's go drop it aside now. Poison.
Right. And that's why we say you got to understand the game, because when you understand the game, you realize that all of those things are not it. You see what I'm saying? Like, because this is the thing. The thing is that who you are, right? Just like they say everyone has a different thumbprint or fingerprint or whatever, right? Your fingerprint is unique. So the thing is that the same way that your fingerprint is unique, who you are is unique. So therefore, all the things that you mentioned about getting a car and looks maxing and all that other shit, that's societal shit that has nothing to do with who you really are. And so that's the thing. That's what makes a woman really attracted to you and want to get with you and want to make things happen, because when she meets you, she says, damn, I can't find this anywhere else. This is unique. This is one of one. I can't find this is the only thing. So
right.
So this is, and check this out. This is why so many guys have a hard time attracting women. Most of the guys subscribe to the looks, money, status. Most of them subscribe to the passport bros and the MGTOW and all the red pill and all this other shit. Most of the guys subscribe to all of the other nonsense. So they become just like everyone else and they blend in and they are just like everything. So if you're just like everyone else, why should she pick you? She shouldn't. You see what I'm saying?
Right. And check this out. Here's a $1 million question, JB. Here you go. They're following trends. We're setting the trend.
Maybe trying to copy you online.
No. People gonna listen. They're gonna try to copy us because they see we're successful, but that's fine. That's showing love. You know what I mean? That's showing that we appreciate you. Right. That's cool. But please understand, we're trying to get you to stop doing what society's telling you to do. No, wait. Remember, I've always, Lucario, I gotta remember. Now, young man, this is me in 1996 when I got my 56K modem and I was teaching the game back in the day, dog. This is when my phone was plugged up to my wall, just to show y'all. So this is when I was saying it back then. So what I was saying back then is that you have got to be able to create who you are for who you are. You can't be somebody else. You can only be the second best of that person when you follow somebody else and what they're thinking. And where everybody's messing you up, guys up, they're saying be like this because of women or for women or to get a woman. That's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You are the only one. So you set the trend, you set the tone. That's what's going to create the sexual tension. Because if you're trying to be like everybody else, then she's got the pick of the litter. But guess what? She's already got the pick of the litter. That's what keep trying to tell you. She's already got the pick of the litter. Why would she want the same exact carbon copy of the same boring guy?
Right.
When there's that forbidden fruit like Lucario and everything.
Mm-hmm. All right. So hit us up for coaching, man. When you're ready to get that real game, hit us up, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right, we'll because we got to wrap this up, buddy. Okay.
We still got to go through four more of those.
We got to go through a few more. So all right, we'll throw you back in. Thank you, brother. All right, let's keep going, guys. Whoa, let's get to these last few. All right. Well, I was talking about the trends, guys. Let's talk about that real quick, Lucario. We do a trend and one more. So see, the guy they dress because the internet, YouTube, Instagram tells them to. They use phrases and slang. Being on my purpose. I'm no fapping. I'm high status. I'm drizzle. I'm fighting 20 bears and shit like that. You know what I mean? But goddamn, got another call. 313. What's your name? What's your question? 313. Going once. 313. Going twice. All right. Well, anyway, back to you, Lucario. So let's talk about that and do one more. So what do you say about the guys out there following trends instead of setting them?
Right. The thing is that most of these guys, because they don't believe in themselves, they don't have a masculine identity, they're trying to figure out the fastest way to get to the pussy. So they go on the internet. Oh, how do I get girls? And they run into some red pill, some looks max and weird shit. And then they try those things and then shit still don't work. And then they having issues. They running behind pussy. And then so what happens is at the end of the day, they have to come to the game to understand themselves to make it happen.
All right, this will be the last call. Then we'll wrap it up with this guy. 313. Are you there?
Hello?
Sir? Yes. Okay.
Hello?
Okay. What's your name? What's your question?
Hey, this JT, man. I called you yesterday.
Right,
you hear me? I was trying to call in. Yes, I was trying to call just now. It just hang up so quick. But my question is that you hear me?
Yeah. Okay. What is your? We're listening. What's your question?
Okay, my bad.
You're good. You're good.
What I want to say is, so my question is that what do I gotta say? Not what I say. What do I gotta learn about myself?
Everything.
Everything here.
What do you mean? Okay. What do I mean by everything? Because you just agreed with me. So what do I mean by everything?
I think what you mean by everything is
or just say I don't know what you mean.
Like know your core, like know your, like, you know what I'm saying, know yourself, like
how know
you know,
what
build yourself, make you
know what about yourself? It's okay. There's no wrong answer, but what's happening is what y'all guys do is y'all agree on things that you know nothing about. Yeah, I'm asking you. I'll tell you, and Lucario could tell you after me. But what is that like to work on yourself?
I think like become in the game, work on your mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is why I listen to y'all. So, you know what I'm saying? Because like working, things of that nature, like put it in the
Wait. Get close to your phone, your iPhone. Check your phone. Wait, we can't hear you. Get close to your phone. We can't hear you. Go ahead.
I'm close.
So you just don't know. It's cool. Just say I don't know. It's just we're trying to force y'all to be more honest with yourself first. You don't know, right? It's cool. So I'll give you a few. Like, all right, Lucario and I and the fellas, we're always working on being street smart. We're always working on being decisive. We're always working on our expectations. We're always working on our mouthpiece. We're always working on creating new rides for sexual attention to have the ability to sexually inspire a woman to say, I don't want a dinner or a drink from this guy. I want his dick. We have we're working on ourselves to teach women things, to elevate them, to educate them, to be more bold, to be more authentic, to be more decisive, to lead by example, to show our perspectives, to have more and greater dick control, to have more charisma. Do you see what I'm saying? More passion, more integrity. I'm saying it goes on and on. That's what I'm saying. So this is what the game is going to teach you. Y'all got to create this thing, man. Okay, what?
I said, no, I got you. Okay, I said, okay, I understand.
Lucario, what say you real quick on this, brother?
Yeah, so I'm confused. Are you saying you want to know yourself more? What do you mean?
Well, really, the reason I called in because I had a contact call with Steve yesterday. He said, make sure you come in tomorrow, call us. I was trying to find a question, so you know what I'm saying, to talk to you guys.
All right, let me ask you a question. How do you create sexual tension?
By working on yourself.
By doing what?
I said by discovering yourself.
Okay, Lucario and I are your students, and we want to learn sexual tension. Teach the class.
No, I can't do that.
Then you can't answer the question. Go ahead, Lucario. That's what I'm saying, man. This is
so. Caller, I think you just need to get more coaching, man. You just need to
measure, man.
All right, get up Steve on the back, and you know what I'm saying.
And shout out, and we've been talking to, we've been talking about our dog so much, saying your language exposes you so much. It's kind of like rubbing a genie like 3 times and shit. And look who pops into the room, my dog.
Miles in the building. Miles in the building.
And yes, man. Language exposes y'all guys. This is what we're saying, man. And this is why when you have game and we could teach y'all, but it's again, Lucario, I think let's wrap this all up. At the end of the day, women have access to all those things. So all that shit goes away. The one thing they don't have access to is the forbidden fruit called man. Lucario, you got it, brother.
Nah, real talk. And this is why you guys have to understand your masculine identity. Shout out to Miles. This is why you guys have to have game. This is why you guys have to really learn this stuff so that you could be out here getting things on your terms. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely, your terms. All right, guys, shop Lucario. Lucario, what you got going on, man? What you got going on?
ShopLucario.com and badboymembership.com. Oh, but real quick, you got to tell the other, you was up to number 4, 5, and 6, I think.
Oh, yeah, okay. The next one we have right here, we have being an internet pickup artist who uses manipulating tactics as far as gurus that teach lines, routines, gimmicks to make you think and act like a fake player, where the guy memorizes opening lines.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks attraction's all about psychology, and he mirrors certain things that he has pre-rehearsed seduction phrases and tries to be a man based off of internet definitions.
Nah, that's a fact. Yeah, definitely that's gonna kill sexual interest, because chicks, they can tell when you're, trying to be the guy and when you're not the guy. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of guys be trying to pretend and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And last one is, again, ties to the first one: seeking fairy tale endings without vetting her first, accepting a woman's at face value, accepting her ass and her titties without setting expectations for himself. Making sure the woman actually makes sure that she is worthy of you without giving her the keys to your kingdom just because she has a round ass.
Oh yeah, that's real talk. Because this thing, most guys, and this is the key to it. Most of y'all guys, unfortunately, this is why y'all have most of your problems, is because what you do is you're like, she got a fat ass, I want to have sex with her. Cool. That's fine. There's nothing wrong, guys. Nothing wrong with wanting to have sex with a chick. The problem is that when you guys put that in the forefront above who you are, above her having to prove herself to you. And that's where the issues come in. So this is why we keep trying to tell you guys that, hey, you have to have a program, a masculine identity, a way you do things, so that when you're dealing with the woman, you filter her through that, and then you allow her to get the dick if she's on point. That's how you make it happen.
Absolutely. So at the end of the day, what Lucario's saying, because he's holding the belt, he's got the belt and everything. Y'all guys got to stop rushing into the fairy tale, because you're going to miss the real story.
Mm-hmm.
The real story, gentlemen, is women don't want to be the main character in your fantasy. They want to be swept into a story that makes them, keyword, feel real. It makes them feel that it's earned, and it is so electric that they want to stay in the story.
Exactly.
You need a game. You got it, Lucario.
And that's real talk. That's a perfect way to put it. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, yeah. Now what's going on with you, Lucario?
So guys, make sure you guys go to shoplucario.com, get your online dating consultations with myself in April. Also, make sure you guys get the audio and video books on there. Also, make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com to join the Bad Boy membership. And also make sure you guys go to masculineidentitymembership.com to get on the summer sale, 99 cents for the first month. And also make sure you guys go to cunninghamelements.com to get your soap, your cologne, and the shea butter from Miles. So make sure you guys get that shit cracked.
Yes, and last but not least, guys, 4th of July game is out. Again, sexual tension. I am showing you guys that I'm preparing you for something y'all don't even look at. Most of you guys are going to go to the 4th of July and just go there and sit up on the wall, look at a bunch of ass and titties, and wait for the lights to pop up in the sky. This is your chance and opportunity to create sexual tension, to get at these 4th of July get-togethers. I am telling you, if you are in this, hey, for all you UK people, don't get pissed. Y'all just lost the war. That's no disrespect to you Brits and shit. It's just we celebrate whipping your ass. But anyway, but for all you Americans, what we're saying to you guys out here if you want to create sexual tension, I have created the 4th of July game for you guys to position yourselves to get at these 4th of July things. And instead of looking at the fireworks, you can create fireworks with those women. But outside of that, guys, we appreciate you all, and we will see you guys next Tuesday